You're watching iRacing on the Ghost Fire Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. Tonight we visit Dover, Delaware. I am Nick Adams. My co-host Randy Pepper is here tonight. Randy, 250 laps at the track too tough to tame. Miles the Monster's going to be out, and he's going to be angry and ornery tonight. Randy, how do you expect this race to go?
A lot like my luck in the Fire and Ice casino across the way here. Probably not that good for so many of these drivers. Some of these guys are going to have some great luck. But as, like I said, the casino right over the bridge here has a tendency of taking your luck and spitting it back at you.
That does it. I have never been to Dover, Delaware. I've never been to the state of Delaware. So I honestly, until about 30 minutes ago when I actually looked, I forgot where Delaware was on the map.
Delaware, this actually particular area is actually one of the, from what I understand, one of the poorest areas of Delaware. And so it's much like the county of Volusia County in Florida. Low paying and not that great. But this track in itself, love it. I love this track. I love everything about it. I've been to it, played here. Love it.
I will take your word for it. I have never seen this place in person. I've seen it on TV plenty of times, and I'll continue to watch it from afar. But Randy, we've heard a lot of complaints about Turn 2 here at Delaware. At Dover. Apparently Turn 2 is a little bit of a rough one. Coming out of Turn 2, we could see some incidents here tonight.
Reason is that it's bumpy. It is very bumpy right there getting into the turn. It shakes up the car a little bit, and if you're not paying attention to it, you're going to lose the car. The car is going to go around. There's going to be trouble. But the thing about it, the setup is actually very stable. It's not a bad setup at all. I think once the guys get used to the way the car runs around this track, I think we're going to have a lot of green flag racing.
Do you, Mr. Pepper? I'm going to believe you. I'm going to go ahead and believe you because, like I said, I don't know much about this track in general. But Randy, we're coming up on an important time here in the season. We're near the playoffs. This is race number 14, so there's 12 left until the playoffs. Playoffs! I'm going to talk about playoffs. Really quick, Randy Pepper. Holy shit. Wow, that's way too big. Let me make that a little smaller for you, everybody.
Try that again.
All right, there we go. Now you can actually see it. So obviously we have our 5 guys who are locked in, our 5 winners throughout the season so far. Joseph Causey, Greg Holt, Brandon Massie locked himself in last week. Will Cannon locked himself in skipping my mind where Will
doesn't really matter. He's
I wanted to say Phoenix, but I can't. Adam Wood locked himself in at Talladega. So looking at the battle for the cutoff right now, which is really what we're looking at, is 16th and 17th. Right now, Joshua Gathright he's on the bubble but he's got 64 points to the first person down there, and Derek Schilling in 17th. So really, the pressure is on these guys like Jaden Gimble and Derek Schilling and Tyler Walden to have a little bit more consistent, have some more consistent finishes here and really push themselves into that playoff picture.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's weighing on their minds as they're running these tracks. You know they have to be consistent. They know they have to finish. Is the main part is to finish. You know, you got to at least finish, and you got to hope that you get some of these stage points. You got to try to get some stage points to progress onto the chase.
I would agree. Randy, a young man once said, to finish first, you first must finish. A very smart man said that. And I have Confucius. I have lived by those words as a race car driver my entire iRacing and simulation racing career. That to finish first, you first have to finish.
All 3 months? 3 months?
Anyhow. Killing me. All right. So, Randy, really quick before we make our picks and what we really think is going to happen tonight, we get into the qualifying. We're going to look at what GFM has coming up this week. Obviously, tonight, you have the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here at Dover. Tomorrow, we head over to Virginia. We head over to Blake Gordon's home track, Martinsville, for the AOLL Sportsman Series at Martinsville. Coverage begins at 7:50 there, Randy. That's going to be an interesting race. I think the race of the week, though, that we have to look forward to is the Guitar Addict TNT Series at Las Vegas, because those ARCA cars are extremely loose in 3 and 4.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I won't be able to call that one this week. I have a gig opening up for some up-and-coming band at some place, and I got a gig. I got to play, so.
Hey, it happens. No hard feelings. You don't like us anymore.
I like you, but the gig pays more.
Gotcha. On Friday, you can tell us all about the gig for the GFM podcast with coverage beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Sunday, April 16th, to round out the week, we got the AOLL Cup Series back here at Dover International Speedway for another awesome race we should see out of those Cup Series guys.
Yeah, they should have a great race. I was supposed to be in that, and once again, I have the same answer. I have a gig, won't be on staff this week. This will actually be the only appearance I will make this week for the Ghost Fire Media crew.
Well, we'll make it the best
all week.
for you.
I have gig. Yeah, you guys will have to make it up for me. I had gigs all week, so I'm being a rock star this week.
Randy, when you think about Dover, what is the most historic moment to you that really, comes to mind?
To me, I mean, one of the ones I really think of is Martin Truex Jr. got his first win at this track, and that was kind of a special thing to see him win his first race here. But there's a lot of memories here at this track.
The one that really jots to my memory when I think of this is going under that Ally catwalk, going off into 3 and 4. I think it was 2009, the first year Tony Stewart was with Haas. When he turned Joey Logano, and Joey Logano ended up flipping 4 or 5 times off into turns 3 and 4 and causing the big one here. But that's something historic at this track as well, is that at a 1 mile track, you normally don't get the big one. But here at Dover, the big one tends to happen a lot. It's a wide track, but when cars start crashing here, it really closes up quickly because the backstretch has little to no banking on it compared to these other mile-long racetracks that we go to. And you're coming off such a steep embankment to an instant no banking that all of a sudden, Randy, it's just you're going 150, 160, and then you have to slam on the brakes, and 90% of the time, you don't get woed down. Yeah,
it's a very quick little track. There's no doubt about it. It's very quick, and you definitely got to be on your toes the whole entire time, because if you're not, it's going to eat you up and spit you out.
Yeah, you're doing a mile in under 22 seconds, and in some cases you're doing it in like 21 and a half seconds. So it can get crazy. It's crazy fast around here. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to have to worry about fuel as the night goes along as well. You're only going to get 47 to 60 laps on a tank of fuel.
And, as fuel shortage is going on right now, these guys are definitely going to have to worry about keeping fuel in that car.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. As tonight we have 250 laps. You're going to see, I don't have the stage breakdown, but knowing what I know about this league, it's going to be probably, I would
30,
say,
30.
if it's 250 laps, it'll probably be 75 for the first stage, 150 for the second stage, and then it'll be 75 laps the first two stages, and then a 100 lap shootout in the final stage. I will I will get the confirmation from Cody.
I want to hurry up because they have gone to qualifying or testing
All right.
right now. And they're qualifying.
Let's see who's out in the track first. You see Ryan Sizemore in the number 31. We haven't seen Ryan Sizemore out here before. I don't recognize that name.
No, I don't either. That's a new car. I don't recognize the 31 car as well. Kind of reminiscent of, I hate name dropping, but a friend of mine drove that 31 car in the NASCAR series at one point.
Ryan Newman?
Nope.
Hold on, you're an old man. I'm trying to think. Is this friend still... Neil Bonnet drove the 31 at some point, but I don't think it's Neil Bonnet. Is it Neil
I'm not
Bonnet?
going to name drops. You'll have to figure it out.
I don't know. Is this person still alive?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not Neil Bonnet.
Lives in Port Orange, Florida.
Okay, it's not Neil Bonnet then. We're going to take a look. Look who's on the pole right now, Randy Pepper, with a 21.83, Brandon Massey. Tyler Williams slides into second right now. The other heavy hitters really haven't come out and had their first laps
look
yet.
At that.
Thomas Carino jumps
that
to
was
the
my
point.
pick.
Brandon Massey through 3 and 4, though, for his second lap. If he can keep it down there, it's going to be a good one. He was fast to the line. Brandon Massey's going to improve to a 21.77, but Thomas Carino Jr. will beat him out by 0.001 of a second. Right
a
now,
lot of guys
Ira
really
Kohlhaas flying on his second lap with a 21.78. Will Cannon, the same thing. Brandon Key, he flew on his first lap. He's through 3 and 4 for his second lap. He slides up off the bottom just a little bit. Randy Pepper coming out of 4. I don't think this is going to be any faster as he pounds the wall and he wrecks it down the front stretch. So Brandon Key will not improve his lap. Cody McKinney out there, he's trying to improve on his first lap out of turn 4. For his second lap, he is going to go with a 21.84. It'll slot him in 6th. Randy, this is like Formula 1 qualifying right now. Patrick Gaspar goes across the line. He's going to slot in 5th right now with a 21.79. Look at how close the top 7 are.
Oh, Greg Holt is out on the track as well, so he was fastest in practice. So
I'm going to keep an eye on Greg Holt. He's going to take that high line as he warms up those tires here in qualifying. Comes down to the bottom of the track, going to get a big run off that bump out of 4 down the front stretch into 1 and 2 for the first time in qualifying. Joseph Causey didn't run a good first lap. We'll keep an eye on him. He's down in 18th right now. As we come out of 2 for the first time for Greg Holt, he's going to throw it down into 3 and 4. Get about a line and a half up off the bottom. You're going to see the car bottom out as he comes out of turn 4. That big bump here at Dover to the line. Greg Holt is going to put it 7th on his first lap, a 21.81. He's going to continue to try to improve here as he comes out of turn 2. He only
that was his second lap. That was it. That was it.
Oh, he must have hit the wall on his first one. So
no, he just did not have a good lap. He was just ran it way too high, and it just was not a good lap.
We're gonna see if we can see what happened with Joseph Causey, because for Joseph,
he ran 1 lap.
He didn't have a good lap though. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where he what his lap looked like here, because. Where is...
You know, that's like I said with Joseph Causey, I would prefer him not qualify good. I'd rather have him come from the back. It just seems like if he qualifies really good, he does not have a good race. So I'd rather see him start in the back.
It'll be interesting, as this was a really close qualifying. I mean, and these lap times, Randy, I was doing my best Formula 1 impression. These guys were killing it. They were all coming in at the same time. It was constant changing. But now that we have a second to kind of even out and chill for a minute, and we have the 5-minute warm-up before we show you the grid, let's talk about our picks for tonight.
Let's do it.
Who's your pick, and why is he your pick to conquer Miles the Monster
my pick Friday night was Thomas Carino Jr. Now, and it kind of surprises me that he did win the pole. I just have watched him race after race recently, just improve dramatically. So I had a good feeling that he was going to run good tonight, and I guess he proved me right. But I did not expect him to win the pole, and I kind of don't like that.
Well, Randy, your pick was Thomas Carino, and I'm not going to change my pick. Brandon Massie qualifies second.
Absolutely.
I picked Brandon on Friday because of how he's been performing in the last 4 or 5 races before he's had his incidents, and all of a sudden, I mean, he just came out tonight. He was on a rail on his qualifying lap. There was nobody that was going to touch him until Thomas Carino touched him and took that pole. And I mean, there was 0.001 seconds between them. But we're going to pull up the results from qualifying before we show you the grid here in a moment for the race. But we had what I would call one of the closest qualifyings I think we've ever seen.
Yeah, it's super close.
I mean, Thomas Carino did a 21.769. Brandon Massie did a 21.770. Ira Kohlhaas was another 10th off of that. Will Cannon was 2/100ths off of Ira Kohlhaas. Patrick Gaspar was 2/100ths off of Will Cannon. Brandon Key was 2/100ths off of Patrick Gaspar. I mean, the top 6 are 0.02 of a second. I'm sorry, 0.02 of a second between each other. And
Yeah.
there were just thousands between Patrick Gaspar, Will Cannon, Ira, and Brandon Key. And I mean, Greg Holt, who's no slouch, is back in 7th, and he ran a 21.79 or 21.81. I mean, it's crazy. There's 0.4 of a second, give or take, between almost this entire field. So I don't know what we're gonna see here, but these guys are gonna put on a show.
Yeah, they're definitely going to put on a show. There's no doubt about it. They're too close in qualifying times to not put on a great show.
That's the thing about Dover, is you're never sure what you're going to get when you come to Dover, because Dover is such a unpredictable monster, and it depends on how you take the track, right? It depends on how you personally want to come out here and drive this track. And
Yeah.
it seems like, and I would say that everybody was pushing and qualifying almost as hard as they could, but we didn't see anybody go over the edge, except for the 8 car of Brandon Key. But that was just trying to get everything you could get. You just came up about a quarter of a lane off the bottom. That's another thing, Randy. Dover, this racetrack, we don't see drivers driving straight down the bottom in the entry of the corner. You kind of have to half diamond this corner. You go in about a lane and a half above the bottom, then you hit the apex at about a lane above the bottom, and then as you're exiting, you're on the apron, and then you come up over that hump out of 4, and you get that big run down the front stretch.
Yeah, that's exactly the line you want to run, but I got a weird feeling that we're going to see a little bit side-by-side tonight. I actually ran a little practice with these guys a little while ago just to kind of see what the track kind of felt like. And I have a feeling there might actually be a second groove. As you know, I'm watching some of the guys run right now. Massie, he's running in that middle groove. And I think you might be able to run side by side, getting a little side draft off each other and make it two grooves.
I definitely think that there is a second groove here. I do agree with you. I definitely think that that's possible. I think it's just going to take, and this is the IVRL boys. These are the guys who, we constantly say are some of the most talented race car drivers we know. They're going to show it tonight if they really truly are, because to go side by side at Dover and you have to trust the person who's on your inside. You have to trust him really, really, really well. A small maneuver, a little bit of air gets between those cars, and it sucks the back end of that car on the inside around, especially with the low downforce, high horsepower package they bring to Dover with these cars. It makes them really unpredictable when you're in traffic.
Yeah, he does. it's going to be a test for a lot of these guys, especially these guys that are a little farther back in the pack. That might be a little faster. It's going to be a little tough for them, but like we keep saying this is the IVRL. This is the IVR Buttkicker series. These are the best of the best out here, and they have not proven us wrong. Well, maybe one time, but they've pretty much proven us, showing us every week that they just are the best of the best, and we have nothing but surprises every week. So
yeah, no, I mean I'm excited. I am so excited. It's going to be a fun race. As the guys are getting on the grid here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you the grid for tonight. And Randy, it is a close one, and it's a good one. Thomas Carino Jr. with his first pole of the season by literally nothing, 0.0001. I mean, you can't get any closer than that. That's you can't see that with the naked eye. That's unbelievable. That's timing and scoring that just tells you it's just going to be awesome. And in third, you have Ira Kohlhaas starting, one roll behind his Bohica Esports teammate in Brandon Massie. Will Cannon in fourth. Patrick Gaspar starts fifth. Brandon Key in sixth. Greg Holt in seventh. Cody McKinney in eighth. Nicholas Weatherby in ninth. Charles Urich in 10th. Tyler Walden in 11th. Harvey Abrams in 12th. Then we come back here to Jaden Gimbel in 13th, Ryan Sizemore in 14th in his debut tonight, Joey McKinney in 15th, Derek Schilling in 16th, Juan Garza in 17th, Adam Wood for First Response Racing all the way back there in 18th. He's got a little bit of ground to make up, but I think tonight should be a decent night for Adam. Keep an eye on him. He is a playoff driver, so he's got nothing to lose, so it'll be interesting to see what type of moves Adam is willing to put out there on the track tonight.
He just wants to get point. He wants to get some extra points, so he at least get some stage points, so he can, sit up higher in the grid for the chase. I'm sure.
And then we look back at Michael Davis in 19th, Joseph Causey in 20th, Tom Schuett, Bob Carroll, Ryan Cliver. None of them set laps in qualifying. We'll keep an eye to see if they come out on the racetrack. But Randy Pepper, we are coming out of turn 4 here to begin the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series 250 laps at Dover International Speedway. Randy Pepper, go ahead and call them down.
Pace cars off. Here they go side by side to the line off of turn number 4. For the first time tonight, here comes the field. The green is out. And there goes your Thomas Carino Jr., your pole winner, taking off by 1/2 car length over Brandon Massie. Massie follows in tow on the outside. He better pull it down quick because here comes, just like that, underneath him. He's going to lose that position, and we got one car on the wall. Brandon Massie is a wall, and he's drifting back, and here goes another car. We've got 3, 4, 5 cars involved in the first caution of the night, and they're still wrecking in the back of the pack.
Oh, man. We'll look at what happened here, but oh, man. Cody McKinney involved here early. Looks like Mike Davis involved. Tom Schuett involved. Charles Urich involved. Minor damage on the 76, so he might be okay. Ryan Cliver looks to have been involved in that. Some minor damage on the number 11. Brandon Massie was able to skate through pretty much unscathed, minus what he was involved in.
Up. The back end of that car is just toast. No.
Is it? It doesn't look too bad from here. Oh, he's got some crumpling in the hood. Yeah, so from second, from winning last week to in an incident on the first lap this week, we'll take a look, see what happens here as the yellow flag comes out.
It just looked like you got pushed up the track and into the wall, and then it just escalated from there.
Didn't grab where I wanted it to. Sorry, folks. We'll come back and try to see that again. I did not grab who I wanted it to. Okay, so it started. Oh, yeah, Brandon Massie's got some serious right front damage. So we'll take a look. We'll go on board the Cody McKinney car here. And honestly, it looks like, I'm not sure where this started. Let's see if we can
I think it actually started with Brandon Massie because once he got pushed up
It
the
started
track
with
and hit the
Brandon,
wall.
and then Charles Urich. We're just going to go ahead and go back to the green flag. We will ride on board with Cody McKinney here for the first lap and see if we can see exactly what happens going off in the 3. Because this started up in the front of the pack, so it was almost a guarantee it was going to be a big one. So you see up in front of him, Brandon Massey down the backstretch, and it looks like he might get pushed up into the wall just a little bit. And then, yeah, Cody McKinney was sliding up, coming into the corner. Cody hit him, and then Charles got turned, and it was just a you know, a racing ordeal with about 6 or 7 cars getting involved. So unfortunately, there are some guys out there with some damage on their cars that this early on in the race is going to affect what they're going to be able to do. But we're lining them back up, getting 2x2, Randy, and we're going to try this again. We're going to try going back green flag racing here. Lap number 4. So we're going to try once more here at Dover. And we're going to see what happens this time.
Hopefully it will be good. Hopefully we'll get a few laps in here.
Harvey Abrams involved in that? Because Harvey Abrams is well off the pace. Harvey might have pitted. I don't think he was involved in that. It doesn't look like there's any damage on that car. So Harvey continues on the race. But man, Randy Pepper, 1 lap in, I already gave the commentator's curse to Brandon Massey.
Hopefully I didn't give it to Thomas Carino.
Well, he got through that first one, so we'll see what happens.
Yep, we will find out here shortly. 4 laps are down out of 250 laps here at Dover. And the pace car pulls off. Field gets set and ready to go. Thomas Carino Jr. will lead them to the flag, and off he goes. Thomas Carino jumps out to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carlings over Will Cannon. That's another 2 back to Ira Kohlhaas. But Carino pulls the car down to the bottom of the track all by himself. And here comes Cannon getting a great run off of turn number 2. And he's setting sail trying to catch up to him. And they're pulling away from everybody else. Those 2 cars are now 4-5 Carlings over Ira Kohlhaas, who runs in 3rd. And after lap number 1 is Thomas Carino Jr.
Thomas Carino Jr. leads the first green flag lap of the race. We look further back throughout the field, and it is a single file parade. We catch Nicholas Weatherby back in 6th. He is the next car to make a move, I believe, here for a position. He might take Patrick Gaspar as they come out of 4 this time. Maybe not. He's going to get a good run. Get up on the back bumper down the front stretch. Will he look to the inside? He might think better of it. He will. He lets off of it, and they're all going to stay single file as we continue around the Dover International Speedway.
Single file after 7 laps here at Dover International Speedway. And the field is doing the conga line for the first time tonight. And it's good to see that they're settling in this early on because there's no reason to get crazy right yet. We got so many laps left.
We got the 31 up the track back here. Ryan Sizemore missed his braking point going into 1 and 2. He slid up the track. He's going to lose a spot to Derek Schilling, but he's going to be able to slide back in front of the number 37 of Tom Schuett. Let's take a second here, Randy Pepper, to look at Ryan Sizemore. Ryan Sizemore, the Stanford, Kentucky boy for Sizemore Motorsports. Looks like he actually drives a race car outside of the sim. Slides up the track again in 1 and 2. He's having a little bit of an issue with the entry there. Out of turn 2 down the backstretch. He's going to be under fire from Juan Mauro Garza down into 3 and 4.
Yeah, Garza got underneath him. Now Adam Wood tries to get around him. Wood dives on the inside. Nearly.
Oh, we got a spinner
right
behind him.
Oh,
he saved it. It was Bob Carroll. He got loose, hit the wall hard on the inside. He was able to continue going, and we rejoined the battle down the backstretch into 3 and 4.
Battle for that with that 31 car and the Adam Wood car. Adam Wood
12th position.
12th position, that is correct. Adam Wood was not able to get around that 31. And it looks like he'll have to settle in line. But once again, he will look underneath him, trying to get that 12th position from him. They go down into turn number 1. And still, the 31 is holding the position away from Adam Wood. So Sizemore holds on to the 12th position.
Yeah, for the time being, he has him in front of him. We'll keep an eye on that battle, folks, as it continues to ride. But we're going to look up front really quickly. And it looks like at some point, Will Cannon has gotten past Thomas Carino. Thomas Carino has lost the lead. He is now battling with Ira Kohlhaas for third. Will Cannon out in front. Greg Holt's going to follow Ira Kohlhaas to the inside. Down the backstretch, here we go, into 1 and 2. We'll see if
Greg Holt come from.
Greg Holt started 6th, and he has moved up, 7th, and he has been able to make some good moves. Thomas Carino stuck on the outside all the way back to 5th now. He might lose 5th here to Brandon Key. That car just seems to be undrivable for Thomas Carino at the moment. He's sliding back as we continue down the backstretch.
Hands are full with that car. The car seems to want to push into the turns, and each time he pushes up, somebody dives underneath as Thomas Carino, who started on the pole, but as we're doing that, Greg Holt just got around Ira Kohlhaas.
Greg Holt is on the move.
Greg Kohlhaas is trying to hold on to that position now as Patrick Gaspar just bounced off the wall, but he held it together, but that's going to allow the Thomas Carino Jr. to catch back up to him, but he'll hold on to the position as they go around the speedway after 16 laps here at Dover.
16 laps complete, 60 more to go here in this stage. Randy, long stages, long race. These guys are doing exactly what they should. They're settling in and allowing themselves to get comfortable. As we look throughout the field, we have a battle right now raging for that 4th position. And it's about 3 or 4 cars deep. I mean, you've got Brandon Key, Tyler Walden, Nicholas Weatherby. It's all kind of a little hornet's nest between those 4 cars. Between 4th and about 8th on the track, about 4th or 7th on the track. You've got a heck of a battle right now.
A heck of a battle. What's happening, I think these guys are waiting and seeing. They're waiting to see whether the guy in front of them is going to have problems with their tires or whatever. And they're waiting for the right moment. They're being patient. That's exactly what you want to do at this track. Be patient and wait for your spot to happen. And that's what we're seeing happen here as Greg Holt made his way through the field, waiting for those guys to make a problem or a mistake, and he got around them. And now he's running 3rd. And it looks like he's going to run 2nd here as he looks underneath, or actually 1st, as he's getting underneath Will Cannon. Will Cannon, they're side by side as they come across the turn and across the stripe. Still Will Cannon led that lap, but I'm not so sure he's going to lead the next time by, as here comes Greg Holt looking down the inside, but Will Cannon slams the door shut as they go down the back straightaway side by side into turn number 3.
Through 3 and 4, Will Cannon slides up the track to that preferred line. He's going to get to the bottom, almost touch the line, coming out of 4. He's going to get a good run down the front stretch. Will Cannon's going to continue to lead. He's only our 2nd leader of the night. He's our 2nd leader of the night. We'll continue to keep an eye on Will Cannon, but we look behind them just a little bit. Nicholas Weatherby has gotten past Tyler Walden, and he is catching Thomas Carino and Brandon Key. The battle for the lead. We got battles throughout the field, Randy. We're going to look back here to about 13th position. Again, all the action right around Ryan Sizemore. Now he's got Tom Schuett right in front of him. Jaden Gimble in the throwback number 3, the Wrangler Gene Chevy Camaro. Right behind them, Adam Wood in front of him. Adam has quietly gained 7 positions up to 11th. Tom Schuett's gained 9 up to 12th. And Juan Garza, who's now sniffing the inside of the top 10, has gained 7 positions as Tyler Walden continues to fall back now.
And Sizemore just lost another position to Jaden Gimble in that 3. The 3 got around the 31, and here comes Gimble trying to work on that 37 car, Tom Schuett. Schuett slams the door shut as he could see that 3 had a great run coming off the turn and down the back straightaway. They are going into turn number 3 as the man on the move right now looks like that 3, but just as I say that, he loses it up and loses all his grip up there on the top of the track.
Jaden Gimble from what looks to be Bismarck, North Dakota, through 1 and 2 now. He's all over the back bumper of the number 37 Ford Mustang of Tom Schuett down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Will he make the move this time? He will not. He'll use that 3rd groove there to try to get a run. But with Tom Schuett being able to, diamond off the corner in front of him a little bit better, Tom's able to continue to hold that position. ahead of them right now as we're going to continue to watch this battle. We got Adam Wood getting up there on Tyler Walden. Adam Wood sniffing the top 10. He wants to move up the charts tonight. He felt quietly confident, is what I heard, that he would have a top 10 here tonight. As he goes down the front stretch to complete lap number 27, will he make the move off into 1 and 2? No, he will not. He'll slide to the outside line as they come out of 1 and 2.
We were watching those battles. Greg Holt was able to get around Will Cannon to take that lead. As we're watching Adam Wood, and he will dive to the inside, and he'll make the pass around the number 6 of Tyler Walden. So Adam Wood now moves himself into the top 10 as they go into turn number 3. And caution is out on the speedway here at Dover for the second time tonight.
Sizemore has gone around. Ryan has been playing with a incident all night, and the incident has finally come. Before we show you the incident with Ryan Sizemore, we'll show you the pass for the lead between Greg Holt and Will Cannon. It happened going off into 1 and 2 just a lap and a half ago. Greg Holt threw it down in there. Will Cannon said, "I'll let you have it. It's too early in the race to battle." And he cleared him. And then about another lap later, we saw Ryan Sizemore get a little bit of a push. A little bit of help, but it wasn't his fault. It wasn't the driver behind him's fault, and I'm trying to figure out who that is because they're not running the paint scheme with the number they normally have. So give me 1 second, I'll figure out who that is. But Brandon, Ryan Sizemore getting involved in something that none to his control, but he did get on the wall right before it. As
and
the
we're seeing a little bit
down.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of that same strategy we saw last week with Brandon Massie. Last week, he did not pit with everybody else, and he stayed out once again like he did last week, and that's going to help his cause. So,
well, Brandon has already pitted twice, so he can make it to the end of the first stage here.
Yeah,
I would assume you're going to get 4 tires and fuel. You're going to see what you can get out of the rest of this run. And just continue to be patient like you have been all night, and I think you'll be in a good position.
I'm seeing a couple guys working together here.
On the exit of the pits, Greg Holt.
Yes, but no, Harvey Abrams and Adam Wood have been working together during this race.
Have they?
I believe they have been, and I got a feeling those two are working together for, not sure why, but they are. As Brandon Massey pulls his car down on the bottom of the track, I guess he was already a lap down. I wasn't paying attention. No, he's not.
Brandon Massey's coming into the pits now. He just didn't. He wanted to get off cycle. He might think he's a little slower with damage, so he wanted maybe to get that damage repaired, being at the front of the pack. You have a better chance. At the moment, Greg Holt.
Try to lead a lap.
Greg Holt is your leader after 30 laps complete here at the Dover International Raceway. We're going to step away for a minute, hear from our sponsors, Guitar Attic, and we'll be right back here with you on the Ghost Fire Media Network.
For 20 years, the Guitar Attic has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at guitarattic.com. The Guitar Attic is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Attic has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Attic, located at 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at guitarattic.com.
Back at Dover International Speedway on this beautiful Tuesday night for racing the IVRL Buttkicker 250. Myself, Randy Pepper, alongside Nick Adams on this great night of racing, as I keep saying, because it's been a great race so far. If you just started to join us, welcome aboard. If you got any comments, please share them with us, and we'll give you a shout out as we get through the race here.
Yeah, Randy Pepper. It's been a fun night so far. It seems like these guys before the race might have had to raise energy. If you go to repsports.com and you search up Raise Energy or any of the Rep Sports orders, and you use the code GFM, that is code GFM for any Rep Sports purchases, you get 15% off all of your purchases. And currently at the moment, if you spend more than $40, you get free shipping as well. Looks like these guys might have
what a deal. I'll tell you what,
I might take advantage of that. We had a couple of energy drinks before the race.
They just came on board, and I could tell you this, I would love to have one of those right now because I am a little tired.
It's
so
good.
I need one of those right now.
Carb-free, keeps you awake, but it doesn't
Greg
give you
Holt.
that crash.
Yeah, that's what I need. Greg Holt jumped out to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car length lead over the Will Cannon car, but Will Cannon now setting his sight on the back bumper of that 91. He's got a great run going down the back straightaway. He'll drive in following the line of the 91 as they come off the turn. And look at Patrick Gasper. Gasper's got a great run coming here as he's dove in right behind that 08 of Will Cannon.
Yeah, this is going to be a heck of a battle. 3 of the fastest cars on the track. Patrick Gaspar, Will Cannon, Greg Holt. These guys right here are the ones you expect to see at the front, and it has happened. Patrick Gaspar, from everything I've heard from everybody, he is the man to watch tonight at Dover. This is his track. He dominates here. If he could get around Will Cannon, this could be a heck of a battle between him and Greg Holt, but you can't forget about Nicholas Weatherby. He's the fastest car on the track right now, Randy. 0.3 of a second faster than everybody. It's one thing to catch them, another thing to pass them, but here they come out of 4. 40 to go here in stage 1, and people are getting a little bit more racy down in a 1.
Every time you get new tires, you always get a little bit more racing because you get a little bit of grip. Will Cannon dives to the inside, but the door will be slammed shut in his face as Greg Holt will set sail off the turn. But Patrick Gaspar sitting there, the die-cast dude, number 86, maybe getting a little bit more antsy as he's starting to drift up the track and trying to get some grip up there, but there's not much up there, so he's going to lose ground to those 2 top guys as they race off into turn number 3.
Will Cannon does not enter the corner better than Greg Holt, but he gets a much better exit. He loses about a car length going in on the brakes, but as he comes out, he gets back on the throttle earlier, is able to diamond that corner better, and he's right there in the back bumper as you exit the turn. You're going to see it this time out of turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, will make a move down into 3. He thought of it earlier. He didn't do it this time either. He thought of it earlier. He made the better decision to get off of it, keep going straight. Randy Pepper, though, these 2 might be holding up Patrick Gaspar and Nicholas Weatherby. These 2 have caught them. Again, I said it's one thing to catch them, another thing to pass, but these 2 have got there. And man, oh man, are they putting pressure on Will Cannon and on Greg Holt.
They are, and it's actually allowing a lot of other guys to catch up. Brandon Key is now in the battle there.
Adam Wood is
as
right
he's
there
right
as
behind
well.
Weatherby.
He's less than half a second off the pack. I mean, I really do think that leaders are holding up the rest of the field right now. It might be a case of Greg Holt's not as fast at the start of a run as these guys. And when Will Cannon was the leader, he was able to drive away. But Greg Holt's not able to do that. Maybe the new tires don't, agree with his car as much as you would think they would.
As we were saying that, now they have pulled away by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths over Patrick Gaspar. But Patrick, he's got a mirror full of that 23 of Nicholas Weatherby. Weatherby's not going anywhere from the back bumper him. And that 8 of Brandon Key and 45 of Adam Wood. And Adam Wood now has got a trunk full of that 32 of Juan Mauro Garza. Hector Garza's on the back room.
Juan Mauro Garza. He's all over the back of Adam Wood. Juan needs a good finish. He's had a couple of rough weeks the last few weeks when he's raced it, and he's trying to make that move now. He's all over the back bumper, Adam. He's not going to get as good of an entrance, but Will Cannon back all over the back bumper of Greg Holt. Patrick Gaspar has fallen off a little bit into the grasp of Nicholas Weatherby. Brandon Key has not been able to hold on to the top 4. Greg Holt's teammate said he might just be saving some tires. I don't know about that. I think Will might be faster on new tires, and Greg is faster on those tires as they get older, but the entrance into the corner is definitely a huge difference maker, because Will gets that big run out of the corner, and it gets him that big run down the straightaway.
Watching the Patrick Gasper car, he went into turn number 2, and the back end got a little squirrely as he went into the turn. He gathered it back up, but he definitely is trying to catch that Will Cannon car. I think he's getting tired of that 23 of Weatherby right on his back bumper. And, you know, that's a distraction when you're driving a car and you're trying to catch the guy in front of you. And as you're doing that, the guy behind you is trying to pass you. That's just distracting as all can be.
Yeah, Patrick Gaspar has that McDonald's logo all up in his back bumper, and I'll tell you what, right now, Patrick Gaspar is not loving it as we come down the front stretch to complete lap number 45. We'll keep an eye. We'll continue to watch the battle for the lead here, but we're going to go back in the pack just a little bit. We have a heck of a battle going on for 10th between Tyler Walden, Derek Schilling, Tom Schuett, and Brandon Massie. These guys have been trading positions for the last 2 or 3 laps. They've been all over each other. This has been an even better battle than what we've had for the lead. Like I said, we'll continue to look at the one up front, but right now, Derek Schilling stuck to the outside, Tom Schuett to the inside, now Brandon Massie to the inside, off in a 1 and 2. Derek Schilling falling like a rock here, Randy.
He's falling. That's no doubt about it. He is definitely starting to follow it. Brandon Massie got around him as well. And Massie going to try to make his way up back through the pack. Only a few laps remaining in stage number 1. But, you know, stage number 1, it's great if you can get the points. But if you can't, there's always the next 2 stages. So this is, like we always say, this is stage number 1 is a feeling out stage. You're trying to figure out what is going to happen for the rest of the race. And I think that's what guys are doing right now. Just they're trying to figure out where their car is going to be at the end of the stage and where it's going to be next stage and maybe at the end of the race.
Yeah, we're gonna pick back up at the battle for the lead really quick. We see now that this battle has turned into more of a little bit of a driving away here, 0.3 of a second between him and Will Cannon, but then it's another second back to Patrick Gaspar. So the 2 fastest cars on the track continue to be Will Cannon and Greg Holt. Over a single lap, it has been Nicholas Weatherby and Brandon Key, but Nicholas Weatherby is now fallen back to 6 as he loses another position to Adam Wood there into 1 and 2. So now he's got Juan Garza all over him. Adam Wood started back in 18th, Randy. He's now inside the top 5. A very quiet but consistent night for Adam, and he's still moving forward. So he's not a slouch here tonight. He's definitely pretty quick.
Yeah, he likes this track, and I think he'll do well as long as nothing crazy happens tonight. Adam should have a good finish.
That Rockfish, North Carolina racer Adam Wood for First Response Racing, the founder of Ghost Fire Media. So he has a little bit of a soft spot for us. We love a little bit of Adam Woo out there.
The Woo. Now, I gave him that name, Adam the Woo. Does anyone out there know who Adam the Woo actually is? If you know, please leave us a comment and see if anybody else knows who Adam the Woo is.
You know who Adam the Woo is? I don't even know who Adam. I know who the Who is. I don't know who
Adam the Woo
is.
Join me, shall you?
What are you, Bray Wyatt? I have no idea what's going on. We have a battle for 6 now, though. Nicholas Weatherby, he might have worn those tires to bits. And he's got a car to the inside. Juan Garza's going to clear him. Now Nicholas Weatherby is on the, he's on the cusp of not being able to score stage points in 22 laps if he continues to fall back like this. As he's got the points leader, the 7-time winner, the dominant car of the season, Joseph Causey, who started 20th. Now up there in 8th, all over his back bumper. And it looks like Joseph Causey might take a look to the inside here soon.
I'm loving this, I'll tell you that. We keep doing that reference back to the McDonald's car, but I'm loving this because I called it early on. Joseph Causey, when he starts back towards the back, he usually has a better race, and that's exactly what's happening. Is he's really making his way through the field and making things happen. And it's definitely a lot more exciting for us to watch the 88 car make his way slicing and dicing through the pack.
Randy, the thing about, NASCAR currently is that they'll put a sponsor anywhere, right? That's true. They'll put sponsors' logos anywhere.
Yes.
About 10 years ago, the catwalk didn't cause a blind spot in the camera angles. You could actually see down the entire backstretch. Now all I can see is Ally. I get that it's the Ally catwalk and it's, it makes them money. But man, is that thing in the way of that camera that goes into 3 and 4 down the backstretch.
It is. The only time you do not see that is when you're walking across it.
Well, I was gonna say they have the pieces of glass on the side that faces the backstretch on the east side of it, and the west side of it is just all Ally. But you can see through it. I'm assuming it's like one of those that you put on your car that you can't see into it, but you can see through it.
Right.
So
exactly.
if you're on the catwalk, you can see off into 3 and 4, but you can't see
they're
into
just
the
trying
catwalk.
to usher you across.
Yeah.
They don't like you standing on it. They say, please move up the catwalk.
It makes sense. We've seen cars get airborne here, not that airborne, but it could happen.
Hey, Garza just made a killer pass as he actually.
Whoa,
whoa,
Jane
whoa,
Gimbel!
whoa.
So no, the 3. What a save! What a save by Jaden Gimbel, right in front of Nicholas Weatherby and Joseph Causey. That was a pucker moment.
Hey, I nearly had to change my shorts.
Oh, you had
Wow.
to change your shorts. Imagine Nicholas Weatherby.
Joseph Causey.
Holy schmoly! Let me see if
they
we
were
can.
right there.
Let's see if we can. Wow.
15 laps remaining in the stage.
I think my heart stopped. That's crazy.
He just got loose as a goose.
Man, he got something.
I think he was looser than my first girlfriend. But, you never know.
I hope Carl Henderson is watching this. Carl, if you're watching, please make that a t-shirt for us. We're going to look at the leader, though, here. Greg Holt. He is about, let's see here. He's about 2 seconds ahead of Will Cannon. Behind Will Cannon, it's another half a second back to Patrick Gaspar. And it's another half a second back to Brandon Key. Then it's about 2 seconds back to Adam Wood. Juan Garza in 6th, about another second behind him. Then Nicholas Weatherby, Joseph Causey in a blanket together. Tyler Walden, Brandon Massey has come back from that first incident here to be able to be in 10th here as the stage winds down with just 10 to go here in stage number 1. As we continue
Our conga line around.
continue our conga line.
Yeah.
But we'll be right back with you, folks. You're not going to miss a second. We're going to go side by side here at Dover. We've never been able to do this before. We have a long enough run. We'll be right back on the Ghost Fire Media Network.
For 20 years, the Guitar Attic has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAddict.com. The Guitar Attic is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Attic has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Attic, located at 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at GuitarAddict.com.
Back here at Dover International Speedway, Greg Holt is your leader right now over Will Cannon. during the break, Will Cannon did scrub the wall just a tad, and that allowed the number 86 of Patrick Gaspar to gain some ground on him. So now he doesn't have that cushion that he did. He had over at least a second over him, but not anymore. Patrick Gaspar is now within striking distance, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths right behind Will Cannon for that second position, and that's heating up to be one of the best battles on the track right now.
Yeah, that Will Cannon, Patrick Gaspar battles. We're going to have about 5 to go here in stage 1. Sorry, I just read the comments. Randy, in response to your comment, one of our very loyal Tuesday night watchers, Jerry Massie, said, if your girlfriend was that loose, be thankful she moved on. Words to live by. As you look at the battle for second is heating up, you are right. It's about to be a three-way battle for second between Will Cannon, Patrick Gaspar, and Brandon Key. I think Patrick might have saved his tires a little bit more than Will. Looks like Will's blown through those.
You keep referring to my girlfriend. You talked about a three-way.
Folks, this is a rated R Tuesday night broadcast. This is Randy, this isn't the Monday night after hours broadcast, okay? Where it starts at 9.
I'm just saying that you said a three-way here, and it was a three-way battle. And it was a three-way battle between me and 2 other guys trying for this girl. And
Patrick Gaspar to the inside of Will Cannon. And Will Cannon is just going to have to give up that spot as Brandon Massie tries to squeeze in that hole that doesn't exist there out of the backstretch. We're still 3 wide down the backstretch. There might be a squeeze there going down onto the side. I can't see it off into 3 and 4. It's not going to happen this time, but Will Cannon's going to slide up. Brandon Key's going to follow Patrick Gaspar right out of 3 and 4. Slide him up, push him close to the wall. Will Cannon, Brandon Key side by side now. Will Cannon off into the corner. Up into the wall. Will Cannon with a big incident here. We'll keep an eye on it.
Tough break for Will Cannon.
We'll come back to it, but man, oh man, that's a lot of damage on that number 08. He's gonna have to get that repaired during the stage break, and man, oh man, that's crumpled up the spoiler. It's crumpled up the rear quarter panel. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's out of the race, but he's definitely out of contention for a win. That car's not gonna drive nearly as well as it has been. But Greg Holt is gonna enter 3 and 4 for the final time in stage 1. And after a very boring first stage, Greg Holt will win stage number 1 here and continue the dominance.
Say it was boring by any means.
Okay, it's not boring, but it was a lot calmer than we're used to. A lot calmer. Boring is the wrong word, but calm. They've been talking about it a lot in the IVRL. The drivers have had multiple drivers meetings about we all need to be a little bit more calm, and they definitely listened to that this week. These guys haven't put the car in places it shouldn't be. Nobody's tried to get too gutsy too early on. So we're going to go back, and we're going to see what exactly happened. Oh, did I break it? No, I didn't break it. Thank goodness. What exactly happened to Will Cannon? So, okay, so it actually records at the moment it happens. So they never touched. Brandon Key didn't send him. Will Cannon just got loose, going... Yeah, Will Cannon just got loose. I'm thinking he tried to turn in at his normal point, and it just didn't. It wanted to turn too much, or maybe he didn't get that, inside from his spotter. That's unfortunate, but it's a racing incident. It's just a mistake, and nobody to blame. It just happens. So. Take a look at everybody in the pits here.
Looked like he just...
Everybody in the pits, 4 tires, fuel. Looks like...
Do I see Adam Wood coming out third?
Adam Wood did gain a couple positions there. He comes out third. He beat Nicholas Weatherby out. Joseph Causey, though. Joseph Causey out fifth. Juan Garza out sixth. Brandon Massie out seventh. Tyler Walden in eighth. Ira Kohlhaas in ninth. And Derek Schilling in 10th.
2 tires or 4, I wonder.
I would say 4. Harvey Abrams is out here tonight, Randy Pepper. About 9 laps ago, he had a motor failure.
Ooh. Oh, that
He
stinks.
said the motor blew in the middle of the corner with no warning. We looked at Harvey Abrams earlier. He didn't have any front end damage. So unless he rear-ended somebody, then the answer to the question would be no, I think. Then Harvey Abrams just got unlucky with a random motor failure.
Something we do not see a lot of, but it does happen from time to time.
It does. It happened to me at Road America in a league I used to run on Saturdays. No, not Road
Was
America.
that the one time you hit the like butterfly and it got into the grill and blew the motor?
Listen, I'm not Larry Patrick. At least I didn't finish third once.
Boy. You got to bring up Larry Patrick.
I don't have anything to say against you. I can't say anything about your driving because you've been doing this for so long that you've forgotten more than I know.
That's probably true.
I also can't say anything about your broadcasting because, well, you're damn if you're
I
not
am
the
what I am.
best. You're damn if you're not the best broadcaster that I know that doesn't work for NASCAR, and you're better than some of them that do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean,
really appreciate it.
I would prefer to listen to you say, we got problems, than Rick Kohler. I'd prefer to listen to you than the, emotionless Michael Waltrip during the truck races. So
I appreciate it. You know what? And I blew my chance to do bigger things. It was just my own choice. I did not take an offer to work for MRN when I could have, but that's my own problem.
Hey, Randy, maybe one day they'll buy us. Maybe they'll buy Ghostfire and we can all work for MRN.
Yeah.
Call the Daytona 500 with Pat Patterson.
Yeah, there we go.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Me in turn
Hey,
one, you in turn
Pat
two.
is going. Yeah, Pat's going to retire soon. Trust me. He's getting up there in age, so.
But we got to get big, and they got to buy us quickly then. They only have to see
Hey,
value in one of us.
Hey, we got to go back to Green Flag Racing here, and we are back on the gas, and Greg Holt leads them back to the stripe to complete lap 79 with Brandon Key in second and Adam Wood in third, and then the best battle right now on the track, the 88 and the 23. That's Causey and Nicholas Weatherby. Weatherby gets a great run off the turn and is able to pull down in front of the Causey car. Causey now starts to set his sail looking underneath, but look at Weatherby as he pulls right up on the back bumper of that 45.
Look at Adam Wood. Adam Wood's all over the back bumper of Brandon Key. Man, oh man, one guy exits the contention for the win, and another guy enters it off into 3 and 4. Adam Woo with a big run through 3 and 4. He's going to get a run down the front stretch. He's going to get an exit. Weatherby is going to look to the inside. Maybe no, he thought better of it. Decided not to. Adam clipped the apron on the entrance to 1 and 2. He's done that the last 2 laps. We'll keep an eye on Adam Wood to see if he loops the car, if he continues to do that. Because it'll do that as you get later in the run. And hopefully it doesn't happen through 3 and 4 this time. We complete lap number 82 here.
He's scrubbing that wall, too. And once again, he almost scrubs that wall again. That 45 car, the Miller Lite car, is definitely flirting with disaster out there. Hopefully he keeps it going in the right direction the whole race. And once again, we're getting back to that single file conga line around the Dover National Speedway.
That conga line that's got us through 84 laps relatively incident free. But Brandon Key has now caught Greg Holt, who's doing the thing I think Christian Converse said he was doing earlier, and that's saving those tires. Because those tires we've seen have been so important. You definitely can't make the full stage without pitting. So at this point, when you cut the stage to half, if you go 30 laps in the first set, you can go, pretty much pedal to the metal the whole stage, or the whole first set. And then you get 30 laps in that second set. You just got to, be a little bit more patient on it. But Brandon Key to the inside, down the back, switching to 3 and 4. Brandon Key wants to lead his first race of the season.
He's trying to. He's trying to make that car work on the inside groove. He looks to the outside. He'll look to the inside as they go into turn number 3. But Greg Holt sees him coming, slams the door shut, and says, "Not this time."
Oh,
but
he's all
here
over
he
the
comes
back
off the
bumper
turn.
of him.
Slam on the back. Woo! Looking, saying, "Hey, just a tip right now, bud. But if you keep doing that, I'm going to give you the whole car." So you got to watch that, Greg Holt, because Brandon Key is not fooling around. Brandon Key says, "Hey, I want the lead, and you better move out of the way." Dives in the inside. They're side by side, coming off the turn as they go down the back straightaway. They're still side by side. This time, Brandon Key will get around Greg Holt. Greg Holt thinks better of it and just lets him go. Doesn't want to wreck that car and not finish the race. And Brandon Key is going to lead for the first time tonight at Dover International Speedway as they come off of turn number 4.
Brandon Key set that thing off into 3 and 4 last time. I was surprised he made the corner how far he sent it. Right behind him, we had Adam Wood lose a position to Nicholas Weatherby. As now Nicholas Weatherby looking all over Greg Holt. Greg Holt might be struggling here on these tires early on this second run.
Could be, because he's definitely falling out of grasp of the 8 car. The 8 car,
Wow,
Brandon
he's
Key is
driving
pulling
away.
away. He is pulling away. Weatherby is all underneath that back bumper and the outside of that 91. Maybe when Brandon Key ran into the back of that 91, it's made the car a little unsettling. Who knows? We'll have to find out.
I mean, it's definitely done something, but man, oh man, Randy, there's a big snake behind Greg Holt, and they are all over him. He's lost now a second to Brandon Key, who's just driving away here the early part of stage 2.
Well, if it's a snake or a caterpillar, the way it's moving in and out, because they are all backward, inside, outside, all of them are working over each other. The only one safe really is Brandon Key right now. Everybody back in that little hornet's nest of cars, they're just anybody gets out of line, the other one's going to take the
Nicholas
position.
Weatherby got on the apron into 1 and 2. He almost looped it as we come down the backstretch.
He almost did, and that's going to allow the Adam Wood car to catch back up to him and start working on his back bumper. Here they go. Wood drives to the outside, but he can't make anything happen. Got other cars working around. Brandon Massie now is starting to show his strength again as he's working on the back bumper of that 88 of Joseph Causey. Causey, who's been very patient this whole race, who started way back in 20th position, now runs 6th. And Massie, who started on the outside pole, is trying to work his way up there to that 88. What I would do is I probably just would follow that 88 back up to the front.
I would do the same thing, but Joseph Causey is kind of stalled out. He hasn't had the speed to get by the guys in front of him. We see Patrick Gaspar pull out on Will Cannon back there. He's going to complete the pass for 12. As we continue to watch these guys here down the front stretch now.
I think he's trying to save her car. Not sure if that's your connection or mine. I'm losing a little bit in and out. If the folks out there in listening land can let us know who is dropping out, is it me or is it Nick?
No, my computer's overheating because I left my door closed, so I'm working on fixing it.
All right.
That
I was like,
I was noticing the phone drop, and I noticed the door was closed to where the computer is, and I was like, oh, that's not good. It's normally okay, but when it's broadcasting, it's working a lot harder, and it creates a lot more heat, and this thing is... If it wasn't liquid cool, I'd be afraid.
front row.
Yeah, if it wasn't liquid cooled, if it wasn't liquid cooled and had these extra things in the front, I would definitely be afraid. But thankfully, I wasn't for
Here
this.
comes the Causey cars. He's working on the inside of Garza. He's caught up to him. They are side by side. Joseph Causey trying to get around Garza. He worked to the inside. Now he's going to have to settle back behind him as Massie now has caught him. Once again, Causey gets a good run down the back straightaway, trying to work on that sixth position, or that fifth position, actually, as he's running sixth, but he's working, try to get around Juan Mauro Garza. Garza said, hey, I'm going to pull out a little bit from you and try to get a little breathing room, but that didn't last long because here comes Causey down. Causey look the outside now. He's going to look to the inside now. He'll settle back in line. Might want to think twice about that. You don't want to burn up those tires quite yet. You got a lot of laps to go. 99 laps are down, or actually 100 laps are down of the 250 laps that will complete tonight's race here at Dover International Speedway.
Yeah, we are a little over a third of the way completed here. Almost halfway as we come through 3 and 4. Looking at Joseph Causey and Juan Garza once again down the front stretch, though. We continue to watch these guys. But we're going to pick up on a battle.
On the track.
We're going to pick up a battle throughout the field. There's been a pretty good one back here. Will Cannon and Tyler Walden with Tom Schuett right behind him. This has been a pretty good battle as well. I've been keeping my eye on the times and watching these guys move positions a few times. Will continues to struggle with that damage, but he's going to push the car to the outside of Tyler Walden into 1 and 2. We'll keep an eye on it through 1 and 2, Randy.
Yeah, he's looking to the inside, trying to get around Walden. Walden holding that preferred line. Cannon looks to the outside. He'll drift high, and right behind him, he's got Schuett looking to try to get around the Cannon car. So Cannon's losing a little ground as Schuett's right there in striking distance. Schuett closes in on the bumper, but now they're all separated by 1-2 car lengths each between the 6, the 08, and the 37. And it looked like the 08 just scrubbed the wall just a little bit. And now he's got a good run trying to catch up to that 6 car. He'll get on the back bumper. He dives to the inside trying to get around him as they go into the turn, and he will make the pass. And Schuett's going to try to do the same to try to get around Walden, and he will complete him as well. So 2 positions lost by the number 6. So
yeah,
tough
that
break
number
for
6.
Kyle Walden.
That number 6 Ford Mustang. It's the throwback to the Kyle Busch rookie scheme at Kellogg's CarQuest Ford. Frosted Flakes. They're great. It's on the front of that car, Randy Pepper.
Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger. Yes, sir. Probably one of the most famous tigers in history. I have to.
Yes, absolutely.
Besides the Tiger King.
Well, we didn't know about that till last year when everybody got locked down and nobody had anything else to do but watch the Tiger King. And you imagine last year everybody was like, hey, did you see the Tiger King? It's like, the what? And then everybody had to watch it. So
hey, it was a good little thing. I enjoyed the story of it. But we're gonna focus on the lead here. Greg Holt back to the lead. He's rolled in Brandon Key. And man, oh man, it is those tires, Randy. We're getting close to where those tires are going to be falling off here. And I think they have to pit here by the end of this stage. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe there's no way they make it. Oh, wait, didn't we have a caution? No, we didn't.
We did not. Not since the end of the stage. And, Greg Holt was able to get around Brandon Key. And I believe he just said, go ahead and go by because my tires are going away. So it's going to happen, and we know Greg Holt's a master at saving those tires. So I was hoping that Brandon Key could hold out there a little longer, maybe win a stage, but I guess not.
Well,
Weatherby is still back there.
It's not completely over.
No, it's definitely not over. We got a lot of laps left.
But
yeah.
We've got another, I'm sorry, no, we don't got 50 to go. We got 40 to go in the stage. We do have to pit here in this stage. I made a mistake. 75 and 75. It's not 125. I am not
So they will have to pit, and that'll, unless we get a caution, then they. But if they have to pit under green, it's going to be a whole different situation here. Some guys will probably think about getting 2 tires, which I don't think will be smart, but some might.
2 tires. If the majority of the drivers around you take 2 tires, I think you can make it work. But if Adam Wood was the only guy on track to take 4 in 4th, he'd probably finish the stage 6 or 7 seconds ahead of whoever the leader is now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
if I would almost go as far to say if you're in 11th and you're the only guy to take 4 tires, you might have a chance to win this stage, even if we go green. Because I think that's how important. I mean, you're losing almost 2 seconds now, 3 seconds a lap on these older tires.
Adam Wood just lost the position to Joseph Causey, so Causey now has moved up into that 4th position.
Yeah, Causey is the king of saving tires, so we'll keep an eye on him. He's got 3 seconds between him and Nicholas Weatherby. The caution is out on the track.
Caution.
We have a spinner, Ira Kohlhaas. Ira Kohlhaas has had a big incident out of turn 4 down the front stretch. Oh, and Bohica Esports has had a night to forget. Man, oh man. The commentator's curse isn't just on Brandon Massie, it's on the entire team tonight.
Yeah.
There's a trend,
Unfortunately.
Randy. People aren't going to want to keep coming on the podcast. There's a trend. Joseph Causey was on the podcast.
Yeah.
The next week, he wrecked on lap number 1. Brandon Massie's on the podcast because he won. Guess what? He wrecked on lap number 1. There's a trend.
I wonder if we bring like somebody like Bob Carroll or,
Maybe he'll
or
win.
Michael Davis. Maybe they'll win. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. A commentator's, not a commentator's curse, but a commentator's, oh, there's a stack up going into pit road. Brandon Massey spins on pit road. Brandon Massey, something just happened between Joey McKinney, Tyler Walden, Brandon Massey there entering pit road. And Brandon Massey had to, he had to, that English is not
Lock
my
it
friend right now. Yeah, he had to lock it. Thank you, Randy. I forgot how to speak English for a minute. He had to lock it up, and he ended up spinning out. He was sideways entering the pit, so we'll look at that in a second. We're going to look at Ira Kohlhaas' incident coming out of 4. He just got... Oh, his teammate Brandon Massey in front of him got loose. And, oh, my goodness. Oh, there's going to be a team meeting about that. Brandon Massey in front of him got loose, hit the wall. Ira tried to go down, and there was just nowhere to go. Oh, man. Oh, man. There's going to be a team meeting about that one. Now, let's see what happened in the pits. So, coming off into the pits, everybody's stopped. They're all stopped. They're all stopped. And... hold on. Let's go on board Brandon Massey here, see what happened with him, why he had to... This will rewind for me. Alright, coming off into the pits. We'll see what happened. He's in the brakes, Did he get rear-ended?
Was there contact?
I don't know. I can't... There's no contact. I don't know what happened there. That's an interesting situation that happened there. I'm not sure, but
Could that be netcode right there? I've never seen netcode there before.
I've never seen netcode that was 3 seconds away from each other, so I don't think it was. But Randy Pepper, we're gonna take a pause for the cause as we come to the 2 to go to green, and we're gonna hear from our sponsor, Guitar Addict.
For 20 years, the Guitar Addict has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAddict.com. The Guitar Attic is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Attic has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Attic, located 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at guitarattic.com.
Back here, Dover International Speedway. It's the IVRL Buttkicker 250 on this wonderful Tuesday night of racing. We're under caution here at the Speedway. Your leader right now is, according to the scoreboard, it's saying Brandon Key is your leader right.
He did. He had a better pit stop than everybody else. He was able to get out in front.
Right now, we see who has made his way all the way for 20th, all the way to 4th now, running that 88. The pace car is pulled off. We're going back to green flag racing. Brandon Key gets a 1-2-3 car length lead, jumps out. Weatherby looking at that inside move, trying to get around Greg Holt as they go down, diving into turn number 1. Greg Holt gets a great run off the turn, and he'll set sight trying to catch back up to Brandon Key as they go down into turn number 3. Brandon Key's got a trunk full of the 91 as they make their way across the stripe to complete lap 119 of 250 here at Dover.
It has been an awesome race so far, Randy Peppers. We see the leaders fly by us going off into 3 and 4 for the 119th time tonight. Through 3 and 4, we got a heck of a battle brewing back there for about 10th. We'll show you that in a second as we watch the leader, Brandon Key, try to pull away from the pack here early on in stage number 2.
Brandon Key trying to win his first stage here at the track. He's got a 1 car length lead over Greg Holt. Greg Holt just following in line. Then it's another 3-4 car lengths back to the 23 of Nicholas Weatherby, who's all by himself. Then it's another 5 back to Joseph Causey, and then a 1 back to Patrick Gaspar. And Adam Wood did not have a good start. He went all the way back to 6 after coming out, I believe, 5th or 4th or 5th. Or actually 5th. I think he was 5th, but he dropped back 1 position. And he's still trying to hold on to that position as he's got that number 7 of Thomas Carino, who was our pole position winner, who's working on the back bumper of that 45 Miller car. But it's right now, it's all Brandon Key leading the field around the Dover International Speedway after 123 laps here in Dover.
After 123 laps, we've had a heck of a battle here. We're going to go back to this battle for 11th. We got Derek Schilling, Tyler Walden side by side now down the backstretch. Tyler Walden to the inside, going to be 11th. Now he's sniffing the top 10 again. Wants those stage points. He's got Joey McKinney in his sights, and he wants to catch Joey McKinney and put that number 6 Ford Mustang in the top 10 here in this stage. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll also keep an eye on Will Cannon. He's started to move back through the field after getting some of that damage repaired. So we'll keep an eye on where he can put that vehicle tonight. And Patrick Gaspar up to 5th. He's had a good run. He started 5th. He's in 5th. If you net 0 positions and you start in the top 5 and you don't lose any throughout the night, I'll take that as a win. Here is the crossed flags here at Dover International Raceway come out for leader Brandon Key as we are now halfway here tonight. This race is officially official if the virtual rain was to come.
Yes, and Brandon Key just had a little scare. He actually scrubbed the wall, and that has allowed Greg Holt to catch up to him. Greg Holt is right behind him as they go around Ira Kohlhaas in that Pepsi machine, and they set their sail down the front straightaway into turn number 1. And here comes Greg Holt, looks to the inside. He's going to look to the back bumper. Not going to make the move that time as they go into turn number 3. still side by side. Greg Holt looks a little to the outside, going to try to get a good run off the turn as they go down to complete the stripe and complete lap 128.
128 circles done so far tonight, Randy Pepper, but Greg Holt all over the back bumper of Brandon Key, down the back stretch under the footbridge into 3 and 4. We'll continue to see Greg Holt put all the pressure on Brandon Key, but Brandon continues to run that preferred line, diamond in the corner perfectly, coming in on the apron, leaving on the apron, being in the middle of the corner, in the middle of the track. It's a very beautiful lap when you can actually run this track the proper way and get that run off the hump out of 3 and 4 down the front stretch. And back onto the footbridge again, you see Greg Holt actually lost a little bit that lap to Brandon Key. The sounds of these V8s coming out of turn 4 for the 129th time tonight as we complete lap number 129 and start 130.
130 laps are down here at Dover International Speedway. It's the Ghost Fire Media crew, myself, Randy Pepper, Nick Adams on the board tonight, calling all the action here at the track. If you're just joining us and never have listened to any of our Ghost Fire Media broadcasts, we do this all week long, whether it's here or in the AOLL. You can hear our other broadcasters calling all the action, and one of those guys is actually running in the 7th position, and that's Adam Wood, actually 6th position. Adam is running 6th, and he will be calling the action the action in the TNT series this week, and that's on Thursday night. So if you want to tune in to hear how Adam does his trick at this spin in the broadcast booth, check that out Thursday night. And tomorrow night, we will have action with the Sportsman guys.
Guys at Martinsville Speedway tomorrow. We go to defending champion Blake Gordon's home track tomorrow night. One of my favorite on the calendar. I'm not fast at it in the trucks. I'm fast at it with everything else, but I cannot seem to get a hold of that track with the trucks. But no matter if I finish first or if I finish last, I'm going to have fun at that track. It's just one of those tracks. But that'll be an awesome race tomorrow night. But we still got 116 to go here at Dover, here in beautiful Dover, Delaware. Right off the left side of the speedway, all you can see is trees for a few miles, and then I think you get into some downtown areas, if I'm correct, right, Randy?
Yeah, not too far away. Actually, right off of turn, right off of turn number 2, you will see there is an actual mall. There's a shopping mall right off of turn number 2. As you can see, there's a hotel here at the Speedway, and that's actually has a casino in the Fire and Ice room where you can go watch bands play each week. They have bands and DJs and all that stuff. A lot of the younger crew like to come out and dance the night away here.
Is this owned by the same people who own Kansas?
Yes, I believe so.
I was going to say, they seem to build racetracks with casinos.
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense.
You can.
It makes sense. I'm surprised more tracks don't have them, to be quite honest.
You can't build a casino unless you got the rights from your governor or the state or whatever. You just can't put them up. A lot of people don't like casinos. They've tried to put them here in the Daytona Beach area for years, but they've said, nope, we don't want them. So keep them out of here. So actually, Donald Trump actually bought a part of a condominium here in the Daytona Beach area, and had hoped that they were going to allow casinos here, but that did not work out. So he
did the condo
sold his
burn
share.
down?
No, it just no, they just sold it.
What a shame it didn't burn down.
It's actually a very beautiful condo. They actually still have the plugs there.
Yes, but the Brandon Key in the wall! Out of turn 2, big hit in the wall. 11 to go here in the States. Greg Holt to the outside. Now they're side by side. Are they going to be able to hold it out of 4? Brandon Key sideways. He's a little slideways out of 4 there, Randy Pepper. Down into 1 and 2. We're going to continue to
that
keep
inside
an eye on
curve,
it.
too.
He's all the way to the white line. He's making Greg Holt work for it, Randy. Out of turn 2 is side by side, door handle to door handle down the backstretch. Greg Holt is going to take the lead under the Ally footbridge in the 3 and 4.
Wow. Can you believe that?
Oh, man. Brandon Key.
He lost concentration. I'm sure he was kind of feeling things, just kind of cruising along, probably looked down at his, something along his room, and then just, next thing you know it, boop, it's in the wall.
Maybe he has a dog. I've done that before. My dog's walked under my feet on my pedals, and you're trying to shoo him out of the way.
Yeah. Maybe he's got a lizard. You never know.
Lizard.
He might have a snake, a tarantula. You never know.
A girlfriend. You never know.
I doubt it.
Hey. Wow. Wow.
Probably got a wife.
Well, then what I was thinking about's not happening. Never mind.
No, I'm not. I didn't go there.
No, if he's got a wife, it's definitely not happening. Down the backstretch into 3 and 4. He's trying to get his concentration back and take that spot back from Greg Holt. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think the tires might be too far gone to really make that push. Greg Holt, it seems, just, like he had become reserved with taking in the second position. I just think Brandon's going to have to do that. I don't think you're going to have the speed in these tires in the last 5 laps here in stage 2 to really make that push. I've been wrong before, but I don't think that it's possible right now.
Agree. I don't think it's going to happen either. I'm really surprised that Joseph Causey on that restart was not stronger than he was. I mean, he's kind of just settled into that 4th position, and that's where he's going to, run. I was thinking he would be a lot stronger when we started this stage, or this last caution. Around the track, it's still Greg Holt leading just about 2 car lengths over the Brandon Key car. Brandon Key is second. Nicholas Weatherby runs third. Fourth is Joseph Causey. Patrick Gaspar is fifth. Thomas Carino Jr. is sixth. Adam Wood is seventh. Juan Mauro Garza is eighth. Running ninth right now is Will Cannon, and making up the top 10 is Tyler Walden in the number 6.
We got a little bit of a insight on what's going on with Greg Holt. He's down some RPMs. So there must have been an incident earlier that cost Greg Holt some RPM, but he does not have the full power. Oh, that's not Greg Holt. Never mind. We're thinking of...
What are you?
I think you're talking about Joseph Causey. Yeah, Joseph's down RPM.
I'm like, look at him going, he's pulling away from
that is what is holding that is what is holding Joseph back. Greg Holt is all under pressure from Brandon Key now, though. Just 0.2 of a second coming to the white flag on stage number 2. Will Brandon Key really push it here to get that first stage win of the year? Or will he sit here and say, I know I have this. I know I have a car that can win this race. If I'm just consistent, I'm good enough. As we come down the backstretch for the final time in stage 2. Brandon Key looks like he's content with second. Sends it off into turn 3. The lap traffic of Joey McKinney. Will that cause anything? I don't think so. Out of turn 4, Greg Holt's going to come across the line, and he's going to win stage 2.
That'll do it for the second stage. One more stage to go. 150 laps are down. So
your stage 2 results are as follows, folks. Greg Holt, then Brandon Key in second, Nicholas Weatherby in third, Joseph Causey in fourth, Patrick Gaspar in fifth, Thomas Carino in sixth, Adam Wood in seventh, Juan Mauro Gaza in eighth, Will Cannon in ninth, and Tyler Walden up to 10th. We will see everyone pit under this caution, Randy. And 100%, you get 4 tires fuel, you fill that up, you know you're going to pit twice in the final stage at minimum. So you know that you're, this race is far from over.
Yes, a long ways from over. The thing is, you've gone 151 laps so far. How much of the concentration is breaking down to some of these guys? you realize there's only 13 guys that are still on the lead lap. 13. That's crazy. We've lost that many drivers so far. These guys are setting such a rapid pace around Dover International Speedway. It's just crazy that there's only 13 guys.
Greg Holt slides to a stop at his pit box. He's going to get 4 tires and fuel. Nicholas Weatherby back there, the 23 car, he slid through his box a little bit, had to back up. He's going to lose some time on his stop. As we look at the 91 of Greg Holt, he's going to get out back. He should continue to stay in the lead. It looks like, yeah, Greg Holt's going to stay in the lead. Joseph Causey's going to jump the 4th place car. And Joseph Causey will come out in 3rd. Tom Schuett in, Thomas Carino Jr. in 5th. 4th. Patrick Gaspar in 5th. Adam Wood in the 6th. Nicholas Weatherby 7th. Juan Garza 8th. Tyler Walden 9th. And everybody else who's on the lead lap is still sitting on the pit road trying to repair some of this damage for the final stage. So we're going to take a quick pause for the cause as we come to 2 laps to green here. And we'll be back with you for the beginning of stage number 3.
For 20 years, the Guitar Attic has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAttic.com. The Guitar Attic is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Attic has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Attic, located at 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at GuitarAttic.com.
Welcome back to Dover International Speedway. It's the IVRL. No, I can't say it tonight. I have a little trouble. The IVRL Buttkicker 250. We have gone 153 laps here at Dover, and it's been pretty much all Greg Holt and Brandon Key setting the pace tonight here at the track. They came out of the pits. Greg Holt did win the race off pit road with Brandon Key 2nd, Joseph Causey 3rd, as he picked up 2 positions, or actually just 1 position. Thomas Carino Jr. came out 4th. Patrick Gaspar was 5th. Adam Wood was 6th. Nicholas Weatherby was 7th. Juan Mauro Garza was 7th. Tyler Walden was 8th. And Derek Schilling was 9th. And Ryan Cliver came out 11th. So I think I messed one of them up, but doesn't matter. That's the way they're out there.
No big deal. 154 laps, Randy. That's one thing. But the key fact is that 154 laps, and a majority of them have been incident-free. But folks, we're coming to start stage number 3. Being that it was a longer race, we held off on it until now. But as we start stage 3, we're going to go ahead and we are going to crank it up with your favorite NASCAR drivers here in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. We're going to let the engines do all the talking for the next 2 laps.
157 laps are complete here at Dover International Speedway. It's all Greg Holt leading over his teammate. That's Joseph Causey, the other Tito guy, but he's got a battle. Here comes to the inside. Brandon Key shoves him to the outside. Brandon Key will regain that second position. And here comes Thomas Carino Jr., who sat on the pole. He's on the inside of Joseph Causey. Causey's going to drift up high, and Carino will take that third position. Brandon Key now is setting a sight on the number 91 of Greg Holt, trying to take that lead position once again, but he's going to have to follow and told as they go across to complete 159 laps here at Dover.
Crunch time is coming, 91 to go. These boys are all ready. They're all up on the steering wheel. You tighten those belts. You made sure the steering wheel was straight. Now you're throwing it off into 3 and 4. Brandon Key is going to take the lead here in stage number 3. And can he drive away here at Dover as we complete lap number 160? But Greg Holt to the inside off into 1 and 2. They're battling hard now. Now you know, Randy, when they're battling this hard, it's crunch time. The gloves are off. There's no more Mr. Nice Guy, and they're going to battle off into 3.
Looks like Mike Tyson and Marvin Hagler fighting in the ring tonight. As they come off the turn, they're side by side. There's a great battle with that number 8 of Brandon Key. And Brandon Key will slam right down in front of the 91 of Greg Holt. Greg Holt had to lift, otherwise they were going to have a crunch together into the wall. But luckily, he thought better of it and knows that his tires last longer as we've got yellow out on the track.
The caution is out. I don't know what the incident is for yet. Give me 1 minute. I'll see if I can find it.
Was Joseph Causey in that? He got shoved back there. He's all the way back to 5th.
Not
Maybe
sure.
he got
We're going to take
stacked
a
up
look.
and something.
We're
We'll
gonna
find
take a look
out.
here. Let's take a look and see what the replay shows us. I think I see it.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Brandon Key jumped down in the pit road. The only one that went down.
Patrick Gaspar and Juan Garza got together. Brandon Key went into pit road. He did 4 tires and fuel for the days gone by. WR1 chassis. Number 8, Chevy Camaro.
We'll see. He's pulling in right now. Will
That's
he take 2?
interesting.
Will he take 4? Patrick Gaspar is in there as well, as he'll pull up right in front of him. But Patrick Gaspar was involved in that incident, so we expect him to be in there. But I'm shocked that Brandon Key did pit. Looks like he only got 2. Wow.
Well, so it's a small gamble. It's not a big gamble. There's only 9 other cars in front of you. So the gamble is there, but it's not like it would be if all 21 cars were still in the race.
True. Very, very true.
If there was 21 cars in the race right now, I don't think you would have seen him go anywhere near the pits. But being that there's only 10 guys in the lead lap that are fighting for it, that don't have damage, and there's really only about 3 or 4 that have the speed to really get up there, I think it's probably going to be a worthwhile strategy, because even 3 or 4 laps, he's going to have about 10 lap newer tires. So that could play a huge piece to if Brandon Key gets to win this race, because, I mean, he can push those tires harder now than, say, Greg Holt or Thomas Carino could.
He definitely can. But the difference is he hasn't had to deal with traffic. This will be his first time to deal with this kind of traffic. So
He started
different game
back
for
in
him, for
6th,
sure.
so he's had to deal with a little bit, but not much. You
little
are
bit,
correct.
not that much. Not as much as he's going to have to pass 9 cars this time.
I think with the 10 lap newer tires, he might do that in about 3 or 4 corners, though.
We'll see.
I honestly don't think it's going to be too hard to snake right through the field with those new tires. I could be wrong. They might not mean as much as I think they do right now, but they look like they mean a lot.
Oh, they definitely mean a lot. But this is probably going to be the best test we've seen all night for anybody because we haven't seen anybody do this. So this is going to be fun to watch.
So if this works, this is kind of if with 20 to go at the end of the race, if you guys just pitted and you only got 5 or 10 laps on your tires, if you're in 6th or 7th or like 5th, you come in the pit if this works.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. Your eyes are going to be wide open if he does something crazy and makes his way back up there. So we'll stack them back up. We're going to go back to Green Flag Racing. Greg Holt is your leader. Thomas Carino Jr., who started on the pole, now is running second. Nicholas Weatherby and Joseph Causey make up row 2. Row 3, it's Adam Wood and Derek Schilling, who now is having a great run in that 87 as he's running 6th. It's the first time we've actually talked about Derek Schilling tonight. So here we go. They're going down the back straightaway here at Dover.
Adam
and Miles has been Miles has actually been fairly nice to these guys tonight.
Miles has not reared his ugly head yet, but we'll keep an eye on that. He might. You never know.
He might. You never know. Definitely. Field makes her way across one of my favorite places to be on the track right there. As the pace car pulls off, they're side by side, lug nut to lug nut. As Greg Holt gets on the gas, he jumps out to a 3-4 car length lead over Thomas Carino. Carino runs in his tracks as they go into turn number 1. And we got a good battle between the Weatherby car and the Causey car. Causey looks to the outside, but he'll think better of it as he tucks in behind him. Then you got a good battle back there between the 37 of Tom Schuett and Derek Schilling as they're battling around each other. But it looks like that one settled down as well, and everybody settles back into the conga line once again.
And the conga line around Dover. The consistent thing we've seen all night is the drivers trying to be patient and safe. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing so far. The 168 laps down here at Dover, these guys continue to be patient, like was a key to our race.
Car around, one car gets loose, but no caution.
It was Juan Garza that got loose again in turn 2, but he was able to keep it off the wall.
Let's find out what happened with that. Let's go back because he was completely sideways.
2 seconds, Randy. Let's see if I can. I don't have that one hooked. Quick lock, so let's just go ahead. He got a little arrow loose. A little bit of net code between him and Patrick Gaspar.
Huh. Yeah, he was completely sideways. Like,
That was a heck of a save. Whoa!
Absolutely.
We come back, we join with him, and he's loose out of turn 4 again. Oh, man. Juan Garza putting on a show. Not the type of show he wanted to put on, but a show nonetheless.
Oh,
Patrick
boy.
Gaspar with 4 new tires. You're looking at him. He's all over the outside of Derek Schilling, but Brandon... Oh, Patrick Gaspar and Derek Schilling are together. Derek Schilling in the wall. We stay green. And the winner out of all that is Brandon Key, who gained 3 positions in 1 corner. We got a car in the wall back there. It's Joey McKinney who's in the wall. He's all over the place going into turn 3. He's sideways now, trying to get it back under control. He has got it. We pick back up with Brandon Key. He's all under the pressure from Tyler Walden. Those new tires for Brandon Key not working as he thought they would here so far.
He's trying, but it's not working.
Not yet, it isn't.
Nope. Which is kind of surprising. I mean, he's only picked up a couple spots, and those were kind of given to him. So, yeah, it has not been easy for him so far.
Here he comes. He's got Tom Schuett in his sights. Let's see how easy or hard this pass is here. As to the inside, Brandon Key gets a big run out of 3 and 4 into 1 and 2. That's where the new tires come into effect. He's just able to drive it through 1 and 2 way better than Tom Schuett. get a much better exit, stay on the throttle more down the backstretch. Now Brandon Key sniffing the top 5 again. So they're not perfect, these brand new tires. I don't think it's the perfect strategy, but he's gaining on everybody in front of him by about a half second a lap.
Yeah, he's closing in on that back of the 45 Miller Lite car. Adam Wood is just ahead of him. Brandon Key's following in the line as they go down into the turn, as Wood drifts up just a little bit, and Brandon Key looks to the inside, sniffing that inside. He'll dive. He'll get around the inside. Adam Wood moves out of the way, sees he's a faster car than him. Not worth the effort of trying to fight. A lot of laps left to go. Now he will set his sight on Joseph Causey. Causey is just up in front of him, and right in front of him you got Weatherby and Carino Jr. all running there. We'll see if he can get down around Causey. Dives down to the inside. Causey drifts up, and here he sets his sight on Nicholas Weatherby and Thomas Carino as they go across the stripe. Complete lap 177.
Wow, man, oh man, he does have an advantage 100% with these new tires. There's no doubt in my mind that there's a huge advantage as we go off into 1 and 2 here. All over the back bumper, Nicholas Weatherby. He's going to get a big run down the backstretch. He's not going to be able to make the move this time into 3. He's going to put his car there, though. He's going to show Weatherby that he's there. He's going to get a good run out of 4. He hit the apron coming out of 2. It stopped him from making that move, but he'll make that move off into 1 and 2, and Nicholas Weatherby's just going to get on the binders, let him go, and slide right in behind him. Up to 3rd now. Yeah. So these new tires are working.
They are starting to work. There's no doubt about it, as now he's trying to get in line with the Carino car. Carino running that line. He'll drift up high. Here comes Brandon Key. As he gets around him, we have gone 180 laps. So one more car for Brandon Key to catch, and that is our leader,
Carino in the wall. Carino taps the wall out of 2, just barely, so you might not have heard it, but Brandon Key, we're going to put this battle box up on your screen, guys. He is catching him quickly.
Setting sail and trying to catch that 91 car. As they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3, Brandon Key is a man on the move. That number 8 car. He's setting sail, trying to catch that 91. Greg Holt has led the majority of the race laps out here, but Brandon Key has led quite a few as well, just not as many. So that's the best battle right now, is watching that number 8 try to run down that 91.
Yeah, this is going to get interesting here very quickly.
Well, it's how long can his laps or his tires last? Will his tires give up once he catches the 91? That's the question, is that. I mean, we have gone, let's see, he's gone, what, 10, 11 laps since they pit it? Or he pit it?
It has been 22 laps since Brandon Key was on pit road, but those tires are still 10 laps newer than Greg Holt's.
Wow. Well, he's right there. He's only
he's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths behind him.
He's half a second. 4.5 tenths now. He's on a rail. He's got new tires. He's definitely going to be able to make this pass. You know, he used up the good of the new tires before he used up enough of the tires, I should say, to make all this work. And so far, Brandon Key has shown that this is a good strategy for late in the race if you need it.
Yeah, it's definitely a great strategy. But we've gone 186 laps. 250 make up the whole race here tonight at Dover.
Still have 2 pit
as
stops.
He is right behind him. Say what again?
You still have 2 more pit stops.
2 more pit stops. Oh, boy.
The longest stint we've run tonight is 48 laps. You're not going to make it. So, okay. This could turn into a fuel conservation race. And if that's the case, I think Brandon Key has the advantage because of that extra pit stop. He can go longer in this run than anybody else.
And he's also shown that he doesn't have to be on the same strategy as those guys. He can wait longer, and he knows if he goes back a few cars, he can make his way back up. So I think this was kind of a smart move, what he did there. Just being a little different.
Well, now the question is, can he pass him?
He's trying.
And there it is,
He's
into
looking
3 and 4. He's got to be in the quarter panel. Let's see if he can get the move done out of 4. Greg Holt's on the outside. Greg Holt in the wall. Maybe in the
Wow.
wall. Maybe not. Maybe just barely missed the wall. We'll go back and take a look at that. Greg Holt did not touch the wall.
He got close.
Very close. Didn't touch it, though, thankfully. Thankfully didn't touch it, so. But now, those new tires of Brandon Key, Greg Holt's not going to have anything for him. He's just going to watch him drive off into the sunset.
He can drive off into the sunset, and but how long? Whoa, look at that. He got a little loose there, and Greg Holt actually closed in once again, but now he's setting sail down the back straightaway underneath the alley, walk away or walk over, and down towards the stripe to complete 192 laps.
192 laps down here, Randy Pepper. We're going to go side by side before the final pit stops of the race so that you don't mix any of the action here on the Ghost Fire Media Network as we hear from our sponsor, Guitar Addict, one final time tonight.
For 20 years, the Guitar Attic has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAddict.com. The Guitar Attic is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Attic has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Attic, located at 1672 and a half Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flemish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at GuitarAddict.com.
Back here at Dover International Speedway, it's the IVRL 250. And we are having a butt kicker of a night out here, as it's been mostly Greg Holt, but right now it is Brandon Key who is on a different pit strategy, and he is out ahead of Greg Holt by over 1 second, or actually just about 1 second, as he's starting to catch up to the guy that actually started, I believe, on the outside pole, Brandon Massie. Massie's not having a good night. He'll drift up and let the leader by, but it's been a butt kicker of a night out here at Dover. It's Randy Pepper alongside Nick Adams. And Nick, so far we've seen a lot of conga line racing here. There's a lot of single file stuff going.
That is for sure. We have seen a lot of single file racing. Continue to see some really great car control out of these guys, like we do every week. Some pretty awesome saves. We had an incident on the first lap of the race. Reminiscent to a few weeks ago. This one was with Brandon Massie getting a little loose, going off into 1, off into 3, taking out 4 or 5 cars, kind of like what Joseph Causey did it. But minus that incident, the only other cautions we had, minus one with Ira and Brandon getting together, have been stage breaks. So we've had a very clean night so far, and it's been very nice to watch with 51 laps to go, Randy.
Yeah, only 51 laps. Unbelievable. It's going by pretty fast, as it's actually going to be about 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. out here, Dover International Speedway. A wonderful facility if you want to go see a race and have a good time. Track has a lot of stuff to do. It's not your typical racetrack where there's not much to do. This track has a lot of stuff to do, whether you're going to the casino or the mall next door. The midway out here is huge.
Ooh, Thomas Carino out of 2. Thomas Carino out of 2 got really loose. He's going to slide off into 3 and 4. Joseph Causey throws it to the inside. Patrick Gaspar to the inside. Big moves out of 4 right there down the front stretch. Now down through 1 and 2 as we have Nicholas Weatherby. He's going to be diving off. He's going to be the first car to come to pit lane. So those pit stops are going to be starting here. Man, oh man, Randy Pepper, that was a big moment.
Wow. Now here's a really good question. Does Brandon Key just go ahead and pit with these guys now, or does he wait a few laps?
I pit a lap earlier than everybody else. The reason I do that, I pit now if I'm Brandon Key, which he's not going to pit this time, but I'd pit next time by. If you know you can make it, you have a 1 second lead on Greg Holt. You know for a fact that you are not going to be able to hold that if Greg pits before you, because he's going to get that lap where he's about 1.5 seconds faster than you. He's going to cycle out ahead of you, so you have to get the undercut on him. Or at least pit on the same lap so you don't allow him to get the undercut, because there's no chance of an overcut here at this oval.
Yeah, that's about what I was thinking. The
Adam
same
Wood
there,
in
my
pit
friend.
road now. Adam Wood, the first car inside the second car inside the top 10 to pit. Now Charles Yerrick also in 13th. He's in the pits now.
Lap 204, drivers are pitting. Now they will have to pit one more time, I believe. So this will not be the final. They might be
able to stretch it. It's like 45 to 50 laps. I think you can stretch it here if you're good on the fuel.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Are you good enough? We have seen them run out here in the IVRL. So it would not be the first time that we've seen them run out.
Greg Holt in the pits now. Okay, Brandon Key has to respond. He has to respond this time to keep the lead. And going off into 3 and 4, he's not going to. So what he is playing on the caution. He is playing on the I need a caution and I can keep everybody a lap down. I don't know if that's going to happen. He goes down the front stretch off into 1 and 2. He could respond this lap. If he responds this lap, I think he might have a chance to hold the lead. It's just that you're so much slower than you are with new tires that if you don't pit within 2 laps, you automatically lose that position. And Brandon Key knows that, and he fights back this time. And down into the pits, we're going to see Brandon Key. Okay, the battle is between Brandon Key and Greg Holt. We're going to stay on board Brandon Key as he comes down pit road. So we're on board Brandon Key as he comes down this long pit road. It's about 30 seconds to the time you get to your stall. 15 seconds in your stall. He's near the end of the pit lane, so it's a quick in and out for him. But it's a 30-second pit road, 55 miles an hour. He's coming down to his stall. He's 3 away, 2 away as he gets a perfect stop. He doesn't slide the tires. He's perfectly in his stall. Here he goes. He's coming down, and Greg Holt is now in 3 and 4. I'm sorry, in 1 and 2. So Brandon Key will keep an eye on him. He's on the pit stall. He's got his 4 tires now. Brandon Key exiting pit lane. Greg Holt full speed out of 4. Where is he going to come out? Greg Holt crossing the line now. Brandon Key getting up to speed. We'll keep an eye on it. And there's the pass for the lead right there in turn 2. Greg Holt, your new leader.
Boy. So right now
it's that powerful, Randy. It's that powerful of an undercut. It's a 2.5 second flip. So Brandon Key went into the pits 1.5 seconds ahead of Greg Holt. He comes out 1.5 seconds behind Greg Holt. It's a super powerful undercut. Even with having to baby the tires for the first lap until they warm up, it's a super, super powerful undercut here at Dover.
The only other thing we can think about, too, is that I've talked a little bit about the gas. Maybe, since Brandon did pit a little later than they did, if they are close on fuel, Brandon may not be. So
Brandon shouldn't be close on fuel. He has about 43 laps of fuel left. But the issue with Brandon was he got stuck behind lap traffic coming out of the pits. Greg Holt hasn't had that problem here. Greg has had a clean racetrack in front of him. So just the difference is in, you know, the difference is in a clean in-lap. So Brandon had a super clean in-lap, so did Greg. Brandon was off the gas a little bit later than Greg, but he had a slower pit stop by about 0.2 of a second. So Greg gained 0.2 in the stall. Greg ended up losing 0.6 on pit road, though. So Brandon had a better entry and exit on pit road. He had a worse pit stop. So he lost the 0.2 sitting there, but he gained the 0.6 on the pit straight. So really, this like flip between pitting and not pitting is almost 3-4 seconds. And Greg Holt has put his foot to the floor and driving away.
what happened to Adam Wood? He's all the way two laps down now.
Adam had a 54-second pit stop. Adam had some damage, spent 1.5 minutes on pit road. So unfortunately, that took Adam out of contention here for what should have been a top 5.
Yes.
Adam can still get a top 10. Ryan Cliver, Derek Schilling, both ahead of him. They're both a lap down as well, so he can get a top 9 here at this point.
2 laps down, actually.
Oh, is he 2?
Yeah, he's 2.
Will Cannon, Ryan Cliver, Derek Schilling, Juan Mauro Garza all in the same lap as him, so he has a chance.
Okay. My scoring is showing 2. So
I think it's because they're about to go 2 laps down as well.
Okay.
On the
Maybe
relative, it
that's why.
shows him as being able to pass them still in the track.
Oh,
They have
okay, I
not.
see.
They haven't passed him yet.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, only 7 cars on the lead lap right now. Unbelievable to say that. Here we are at Dover, and we're only 7 cars are leading or running in time.
Looking at Adam Wood, he doesn't have any damage on his car. I think he might have. Hold on, let me go back here and see what happened to Adam. He might have sped coming onto pit road. Let's take a look at Adam Wood coming onto pit road here. See why he had a 53-second pit stop.
His wife called.
So we will look at. Crepes. I know it's here. Oh yeah, I think he sped. I wanna give you the exact speed he was going entering the pits though, because I have that technology. There it is. Okay. I don't have that technology for a replay though. Oh, hold on. Nope, I don't have that technology for a replay.
That's probably what the problem was. That would make sense.
But
I don't think the wife
looks like
called him and said, "Hey, let's play Fortnite."
yeah, it looks like he sped going into pit road. It's unfortunate for Adam. But as we look here, Brandon Key is now starting to take some time off of Greg Holt. He's taken about 0.2 of a second off that lead, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Battle for the lead. Yeah. Brandon Key is just well, he's only if you look at in car lengths, he's probably about 10 car lengths back behind that 91 car as they make their way around the track and down the back straightaway they go into turn number 3 and 4. Greg Holt still showing the way as we look at Brandon Key is definitely narrowing that lead little by little. So Greg Holt is going to have a mirror full of Brandon Key shortly as he gets up on the back bumper of that number 6 car of Walden, who's slows them up just a little bit as they went into the turn.
Yeah, with what I'm seeing, I'm thinking Greg is having to save fuel. I'm not 100% sure. It might... 2 laps of tires is not enough. He might be saving tires as well. That might have to be something we watch. I just don't see... I just don't see... He's taken a bunch of time off of them in the last 5 laps. He's taken about a second off them almost. He's on his back bumper. I just don't see... I don't see where he's gaining or losing on him at the moment.
Yeah, it seems like it's down and going into the turns and off the turns.
He looks like he's gaining in the center of the turn. Yeah, he's gaining about 0.08 of a second, which is just a little bit of time in the corners, but... Hey, 25 to go, and Brandon Key's going to make the move off in a 1 and 2. Greg Holt's going to fight him. I mean, you're going to fight this right here, but how much can you fight?
You have to. You have no choice but to try to fight.
Oh, no, you do, but what do you have left is the question. Are you saving fuel, or are you saving tires? Were you saving tires for this battle? 23 to go now. You have to do whatever you have to do to stay in the lead.
Yep. Tires ain't pretty, that's for sure. So
you definitely, yeah, no, you're sliding, you're slipping. You're not going to let him by. That's the last thing you're going to do. But you just have to wonder how gutsy Brandon Key is going to get.
You got to wonder about him. He doesn't want to use those tires up either. So both of them are definitely got to be thinking about tires. You don't want to burn them up too soon. I mean, Brandon Key's already had to try to run him down while Greg Holt has had fresh air, just making his way around the lap car. So.
I think the worst thing that could happen for Brandon Key right now is a caution to come out.
Yes, I agree.
I think that the most important thing for Brandon Key is that we go green to the end. I think he has something for Greg if we go green to the end, because I think the fuel strategy is going to come into a play.
You realize there's 6 cars that are on the lead lap as Brandon Key gets right up on that back bumper, looks to the inside again, but nothing is there. It's still Greg Holt leading the race here at Dover International Speedway. Brandon Key once again closes in.
To the inside now again in the 3. He's going to put his nose in there. He's going to be at the quarter panel, going to slide up a little bit, slide Greg up the track. He's not going to be able to make the move, but this time he's going to push it harder out of there. Oh, no, Brandon Key is in the wall hard. Oh.
He pulls. Oh, my God. Oh, can you believe it? He pulled a Blake Gordon.
Oh, no.
Exact same move that Blake Gordon did with Joseph Causey.
Oh, no. Brandon Key's going to have to pit. He's got some serious damage. Oh, man. No.
Oh, my gosh.
He had to go for it.
He had to.
Oh, man.
The tires just gave up. He had no grip left and went right up into him. We saw the exact same thing happen.
Oh, he's in the wall again. He might take Adam Wood out. Off into 3, Adam, and he's in the wall again. That car is broken. That car is broken. Oh, man, if he can't get off the track, they're going to have to throw a caution. That car is totally broken.
Watch him slow around the track.
Oh, Brandon Key, unfortunate. Man, oh man. And Joseph Cause, I mean, Greg Holt is going to walk away with one. Oh, man.
Yeah, second place just now.
So the question
went
comes
around him.
to be, though, does Greg Holt have enough fuel?
That's a great question. If that comes down to that, then we've got another battle to happen.
See, Randy, so people are asking why Brandon Key wouldn't be patient with 20 laps to go, and the reason is that, I mean, you just can't be patient with Greg Holt. If you're faster than Greg Holt, you have to go. Because you could be faster than Greg Holt now, but in 5 laps you won't be faster than Greg Holt, because Greg Holt is now throwing down lap times that are faster than what he and Brandon Key were running when Brandon Key was running him down. Greg Holt was saving tires. That's why you're not patient when you're around Greg Holt, because you have to go for it.
You have to. You definitely have to. You have to go for it when the chance is right there in front of you. You got to do it.
With these Tito team guys, the chances do not. They don't come easy.
They don't come often.
If they're there, if you have an opportunity, you push it.
Yep, absolutely.
Greg Holt could coast here for the next 13 laps to be able to win this race. I mean, this is going to be. This is going to be, it's an interesting way that, he got this one. He had to earn this one tonight without a doubt. But 13 to go, and man.
I believe. Let me see. I think Brandon Key just disappeared. Wow. I believe he just disappeared, so he is done. Not sure what happened there.
All right, let's see.
But he's not even with us anymore. He's already 2 laps down. Yeah, I believe he pulled off the track or just disappeared. So the guy that was running for the lead now is gone bye-bye.
Oh, that's aggravating.
So it's all.
I didn't record that. Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, hold on. Technical difficulties here. Yeah, we're looking at a black screen. Give me 1 second, folks. Sorry about this. All right, I got it back. There we go. All right, so we're looking back at Brandon Key and Greg Holt here. Down the backstretch. He throws it off to the inside. He thinks about it this time. He doesn't quite make the move this time. They come down the front stretch, and he knows he has to make the move. He goes to the inside. He drives. Oh, no, that was a lap before. I'm sorry. And he's looking at it now. He's just waiting. He's biding his time. He's going to get that big run down the backstretch. Goes to the inside into 3 and 4, thinking he can throw it off in there. And he does a little bit, but he gets a little loose, slides up the track into Greg Holt. And then right there, that's just unfortunate. We'll go on board with him. Yep, just he got a little loose, got up into Greg Holt, and that was the end of it. It's unfortunate for him. And one more from just up the track just a little bit, and hard into the outside wall. So.
And then he disappeared. He completely was riding along. I don't know what happened. Lost connection or something. So
he decided he probably had about 30 minutes to repair, 25, 30 minutes. So.
Well, it never pitted. He was just cruising along. At least that's what I saw. So.
Oh.
Either way, it's Greg Holt just driving away from the field. 246 laps are complete of the 150 laps here at Dover International Speedway. Greg Holt is out in the lead by 14 seconds. There are only 5 guys on the lead lap. So you have Greg Holt, Thomas Carino, Patrick Gaspar, Nicholas Weatherby, and Joseph Causey are all on the lead lap. Everybody else is at least 1 lap or more down.
Yeah, we have a heck of a battle going on here for third between Patrick Gaspar, Nicholas Weatherby, Joseph Causey. They're swapping positions left and right back here. Joseph Causey to the outside of Nicholas Weatherby. He wants to get that top 3. He wants to put the car on the podium as we go under the footbridge off into 3 and 4.
I think he would rather get around Gasper and try to get up there to Weatherby because he'd like to talk to us again here in the booth, but it's got a long ways to go.
Yeah,
to do
so
that.
with Causey being down on power, he's definitely going to have a disadvantage of trying to get Patrick. As I say that, he throws it off to the inside, and
Got around Gasper with no problem. Gasper's not ready to give it up as he's trying to catch him again. He looks to the outside, but he'll drift back up. It looks like the tires are crap in that car right now.
yeah, no, the tires are gone. We're coming to the white flag. Greg Holt through 1 and 2 now for the final time down the backstretch here at Dover International Raceway. Into 3 and 4. Greg Holt is going to come out of 4, get his 3rd win on the season. And Greg Holt's just going to gain the momentum, Randy Pepper. Thomas Carino Jr. will come home in a nice 2nd place finish for him as he comes out of 4 right now. Joseph Causey's going to win the battle for 3rd. So you're going to have Tito Team 1st and 3rd. Right behind him, you're going to have Patrick Gaspar, Nicholas Weatherby. Tyler Walden will come home in 6th. Ryan Cliver in 7th. Then Juan Mauro Gaza, Derek Schilling, and Adam Wood round out your top 10. But Greg Holt...
I missed it by 1.
You did. You did. Hey, it continues to get that momentum for Thomas Carino, though. 2 2nd places in a row. That momentum continues to grow for Greg Holt, though, with another big win here at Dover.
He cashed all his chips in, and he's going to go to the casino after the race, I'm sure. As you see his teammate, Joseph Causey, pull up there and look at him burning them down in that new paint scheme that he has here.
Well, that's a good picture right there. That is a good picture right there. I'm just going to put this over Joseph Causey's car.
Was that the number 1 salute I just saw come out of the side of Causey's car?
It was the year number 1.
Yeah. Oh, I believe that's what he did.
I just changed Greg Holt's name to Greg Dover.
Greg Dover?
I changed it to Greg Dover, yep. Whoops.
Red Rover, Red Rover.
I put Dover. Greg Dover wins at Dover. Oh, man. I'll have to tell him about that when we pull him up in the booth to talk to him for the, 900th time.
900th time. 900th time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will go down the finishing order here in a minute, but we're going to go ahead and pull our friend Greg Holt up in here. Greg Holt, you have Nick Adams and Randy Pepper up in the booth. Pretty consistently, you know how to do this. How was it out there tonight? Big win here at Dover, and I changed your name, by the way.
Oh, you changed my name?
I did by accident. When I put I usually, how I put the text up on the screen when you guys win? I put Greg Dover wins at Dover.
Oh, you fixed it, though. It says Greg Holt wins at
yeah,
Dover.
but still, your new name is Greg Dover.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, no, we've had some good luck at Dover already this week. We won a big race, not last night, the night before. Or was it last night? Yeah, no. Last night was Monday. So, yeah, we won the Top Split A Open last night. We come in here and lay some, some pretty good laps here. Get another W. We'll take it.
How worried were you when Brandon Key came up there to try to get that lead back from you?
I was not. He had on the previous run, he had 11 lap newer tires than me, and he couldn't get any further than a second away from me after he got out in front, which I'm just going to let him go anyways, and I'm just running consistent, so I was not worried about 2 lap fresher tires, and he had to make up, basically a second and a half, 2 seconds to get to me, so I was conservative and just waiting, and was gonna not just pull over and let him go, ride my line, and I knew the bottom was gonna be hard to get done. I'd take a chance of getting stuffed in the fence, but we're gonna fight for it. We weren't gonna give it up.
That's what I was wondering about. Did you feel him when he got into the side of your car and lost it?
I did not feel anything. I knew it was coming because I knew how he was trying to get the runs off in the corner. So I was trying to run a different line that would kind of squeeze the late center of it, so he couldn't really get that huge run. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's all that it was. And it I knew I took a chance, but it was I didn't want to let him by. I wanted him to have to work for it, and I feel bad for him because he had a great race and it was fun up there. I was just trying to save his stuff. I let him go a couple of times, then ran him back down afterwards, But whatever, just different strategies. He was going at it pretty hard once he got those new tires on. I was like, oh man, he can do the same thing again.
It was a great run, man. It was always fun watching you run around the tracks and dominate when you do, and or make your way up. It's always a lot of fun to see you do that. Y'all, and I see Nick said something about the photo opportunity there at the inn. You guys getting together. Did I see Joseph Causey give you the one finger salute there at the end?
The one finger? I don't know. Maybe.
I think he was saying you're number one.
Like
or something.
that. Yeah, he was. He's like that. No, we finished 1-2 in the top split on Monday night as well. Me and him. So it was pretty good. We've been pretty good here. He definitely, that first lap or two damage that he got was. I'm surprised that he got back up to running where he was with a minute plus of damage, especially here.
I always like when he does not qualify good. He makes it a lot of fun to make his way all the way up, and he started 20th and ended up 3rd. So that was awesome to watch him do that.
Yeah, Greg, what is this? What is this? This crap I see. Christian Converse is here, but he's not racing.
He had football practice. He couldn't make it.
Oh, baloney.
The race time starts a little bit too. No, it really is. He's into his team sports. He's got to do it.
Baloney.
Well, at least he came in. He was spotting for us because I honestly didn't know. I didn't get any X's or anything when the 8 Brandon Keys, he got tight. It's kind of funny because he got tight and then loose. Looked like she was plowing off corner, and then because he had so much wheel on it when he hit the bump, the air between us just pushed him right down to the wall. I mean, I haven't seen it, so I don't know, but Christian was like,
you just said the exact thing that happened without being able to see it. That's a race car driver. Speaking of other race car drivers, though, let's go ahead and be joined in the booth now by Thomas Carino Jr., and we'll bring Joseph Causey in here as well. But Thomas, congratulations. Another week, another interview, because you're in the top 3. You're getting that momentum going. That win is on the horizon. How did it feel to finish second tonight?
Yeah, it felt great. I made a mistake, and by the way, good to talk to you guys again. 2 in a row, I'll take it. I hit the wall coming out of 4, I think on lap 15, and just dinged up my car. So I wanted to take my time, get that fixed, and come back through and just keep it clean, man. And it worked out great. Was shocked I was on the pole. That was awesome. That's the first time for me as well. So really, really solid run this week.
You realize I did pick you to win this race tonight.
Well, I'm sorry I hit the wall coming off of 4. I would have liked to have won as well. Trust me. I don't know what it was. I'm when I tell you guys I literally bought this track tonight at 6:30 and I've never run it before. It's the God's honest truth. So I was really pleased with how it came together. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
It's
So
okay.
next week,
my pick lasted 2.5 corners. And then
that was Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon on the high side there.
Yep.
Yeah.
He pulled a Joseph Causey. We have a running joke now that when we pick somebody who won the race in the last 3 weeks, they end up crashing whenever we. So we're not going to pick former winners to win again, because whenever we do that, we ruin their race.
always wreck.
That's all right. Joseph got slideways at Darlington, but he's a hell of a racer too, man. So thank you guys again for putting this on. This has been really fun, and I'm gonna get a W. I just don't know when, but I'm gonna get one. So
If only you weren't driving.
I believe you are. I think you will. I got a good feeling you're going to get a W for sure.
appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for joining us once again, Thomas.
Absolutely. Have a good week. I'll see you guys next Tuesday.
You as well, sir.
Alrighty.
Thank you. All right, Joseph. Actually, it's been a while. Honestly, I can't be upset. See, I have questions for you. I have questions.
Yeah. What did your wife feed you tonight before the race?
No. So what happened? What's been happening, man? All the momentum was gone. You've had bad luck. It all started with the self-spin.
Kansas was just up.
It all started with the self-spin, and then it's just kind of gone from there. You've gotten into... So your teammate, Josh Gathright has been a crap magnet all year. And you seem to have inherited that the last 3
Hang
weeks.
out with him too much.
Yeah, you seem to have inherited that the last 3 or 4 weeks. And tonight you still inherited that, but you were able to battle back and finish third. So how did you do that?
Well, I don't know, because first lap, whoever was driving either the CarQuest car or the Kellogg's car, he lost it in 4. I thought I had a clear shot to, make my way through and, not get hit. Well, I ended up getting hit. Lost 28 RPM right off the rip, first lap. So I've been down 28 RPM this whole freaking race, and the war of attrition of this car, man. I swear, I drove the wheels off of it.
Well, you definitely drove the wheels off it. You started 20th and made your way all the way back up to third. So, is this maybe a little momentum for next week?
I feel like it is. What is next week? That's what
Nah,
I need to know.
Coda. It's a road course.
You
Of
ask
course
what
it's gonna
next
be
week
great.
is. You ask what next week is. It's the
All
race
right.
that I have been so excited for ever since they announced that NASCAR was going there. And then I drove a Cup Series car around that track, and I realized how slow and ugly and awful the racing is going to be there.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was going to be, but
I mean, that
you know.
track was built. Even IndyCar sucks.
IndyCar.
No, IndyCar
Yeah.
sucks there. Formula One is the only
Does-
series that can make that track look anything like what it should be. A minute 36 seconds around that track is absolutely mind-blowing. You guys are going to be running like 2.5 minutes, closer to 2.5 minutes than people think, and it's going to be a struggle. Do you have any guesses? Have you run this car at Coda yet?
Nah, but I'll give it a run, figure it out before I get there next
Randy,
week.
He's my pick for next week. I'm locking it in now.
You know what? I'm going to go right with you too. I think Causey's going to be our winner next week.
I mean, he hasn't won in, 4 weeks? He's due. He's on the longest drought of his life.
Greg Holt would have come race with me Sunday because he said, I don't want to be a part of the Joseph Causey show because we ran at Watkins Glen and I burnt the world on fire there.
That's funny.
Get that Grip Hack Road Course EXE.
All right, Ricky Bobby.
That's Ricky Holt right over there, man.
Oh, man.
Ricky Holden.
All right, gentlemen. It was a blast talking to you. Me and Randy are going to go down the finishing order, and then we're going to head out for the night. So hopefully we'll speak to you next week, and we'll definitely be talking about you next week at Coda. I think that's going to be one where you guys are definitely factors.
Yep, hopefully so.
All right, gents. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Pepper. Let's go down the finishing order, why don't we?
That's all you because I have already closed my screen, my friend.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
All
I had a text that came in that I had to respond to, and I had to close it down.
So Greg Holt with the big win here at Dover tonight. Thomas Carino Jr. comes in second. Joseph Causey battles back to a third-place finish. Patrick Gaspar in fourth. Nicholas Weatherby in fifth. Both good finishes for those two. They needed that to get that momentum back here.
Yeah, they
Tyler
definitely
Walden
did.
in sixth with a huge finish for him. That's his best finish of the season, I believe. Ryan Cleaver up to seventh. Juan Garza in eighth. Derek Schilling in ninth. Adam the Woo Wood in 10th. Would have had a top 5 car, I think, minus the pit road speeding penalty. So he comes home 10th tonight. Charles Yerrick in 11th. Brandon Key in 12th. Ira Kohlhaas in 13th. Tom Schuett in 14th. Will Cannon 15th. Joey McKinney 16th. Brandon Massey. Harvey Abrams. These are all the guys who did not finish the race tonight. So let me get this to move because it won't move. Harvey Abrams, Jaden Gimbel, Ryan Sizemore, Michael Davis, Bob Carroll, and Cody McKinney. All DNFs tonight. Rough night for Cody McKinney in the points. That seems to be becoming a trend again, which he'll want to... I'm sorry. Ryan Cliver, finished.
Cliver. Yeah,
in
I know. We keep messing up his name.
I continue to do that. It's just, I don't know. For some reason, when I see it like that, my mind says Cleaver. But I know it's not right. But Ryan Cliver finishes in 7th tonight. So, folks, I've enjoyed this. I hope Randy Pepper has. Hope all of you have as well. Mr. Pepper, since you're the professional broadcaster here, you want to go ahead and take us out?
Absolutely. Hey, folks, thanks for watching once again on the Ghostfire Media crew. We've myself, Nick Adams, thank you for watching as always. And from the Dover International Speedway, thank you for watching the IVRL Buttkicker 250 from Dover. And we'll see you next week here on the Ghostfire Media podcast. No, I'm saying not podcast, but racing series on iRacing. And we'll see you next week. And so long from the Sunshine Speed. I can't even speak tonight.
So long from Dover.
You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.